The medieval era. For what is the meaning of life to these people? You spend 40 years in the mud, grinding your knuckles into a white powder to make a loaf of bread for a lord that doesn't even know your name. To him, you're just peasant number 4 with the limp. And today, we're gonna build ourselves a city. Welcome to the medieval town of Stone Heap in the most recent Farthest Frontier patch 1.1. I finally come back to the game to try out the new and improved placement tool, so you can place things anywhere now. Look at it go. By hitting the tilde key, you can go in and out of the new mode, so if you want to go back to the grid system, you just hit the tilde key. But now you can place things anywhere, you can angle it. The biggest thing I've found this helps with is OCDs for myself. You can now place something in the middle, and you can actually still fit things in like trees. So I was able to take this 4-tile thing with the shrine, put some trees around it. Anyway, we're going to build out a small trade town, focus on gold, pelts production, and we're playing on the hardest map there is, the Arid Highlands. The map seed here is 6DD B274F600. Let's get started. So first things first, let's take an inventory of our area. So we can see the new gridless system. Look how that flows. That's pretty cool. It's going to get a little wonky. Certain things like farming, I'm understanding, are still the old grid system. Let's take a gander. We have an immense amount of iron, some sand, and some wolves. Just an insane amount of iron, some gold. This is a cool spot. Now, what I'm looking for is somewhere I can place my base. There's some sand over there, too. There's coal. Oof, this is actually probably one of the better starts. You can get a bunch of trees right over here. All the resources we would ever need. Now, the fertility of this land is going to be significantly impaired, and there's no such thing as an optimal farm plot anymore because it's a 1-to-1 ratio on compost. It's 1-to-1 cell ratios. So you still want to put your farming together to utilize the workers, but you can get away with some neat designs. So we're just going to play this casually. I'm getting some invalid placement issues. That's okay. We're going to set us up right here. Now let's take a peek at the road tools. I know everyone's been really amped. So yeah, you can place things anywhere. And you can see if you hold shift, you can still get those 90-degree angles. Pretty cool. And if you hit tilde, it will show you every single cell. So you can go back into a cell by cell mode. But if you're trying to get those perfect angles, just hold shift. You can go back to old school. I highly recommend clicking into the tilde. All right, so let us try not to die. We have 1 month worth of food. Everybody is being silly. We'll get some stone, we'll get some wood. We have eggs, very little food. I'm gonna get a firewood splitter. Well, this is a nice spot for it. And we can use this hunter camp to kind of scan for what would be the best area. So there's a bunch of deer over here. So we're going to place our hunter over here and let them get to work. Now you have to enable the ×5 speed. Just hit escape, go to settings, general settings, enable 5x speed. That's it. And if you want to increase your maximum villagers, you can do that here by going from 2,500 to disabled. Now we'll also get up a smokehouse. We'll get up roads. I am going to just keep it kind of grid-like for a little bit. Kind of the middle area, I think you still want to keep, control. Because if you shift one tile off, you're not going to be able to compact everything. All right, we got our firewood splitter going. We have no logs right now, so we're just going to pull back for a second on him. I'm going to let them continue to get all the resources out. We primarily need to focus on food. Most likely we'll end up getting multiple hunters up. We will not have a lot to do. Foraging is typically very, very good in certain environments. And as we can see, this is not one of those environments. So 30% environmental fertility, 40. So with 30%, you can make it work. You just have to be really, really smart about how you do things. Anything below that, and you're going to have issues. But, 30% isn't bad. So this whole area right here, not too shabby. Best way to do it is to think about how big you want things to be. So 28% average. So I think what we're going to end up doing are 10x5s. And we're going to do, like I said, now it doesn't matter. Size has no impact. We're going to do 3 of these 10x5s. And I think we can get away with 1 worker on each of them. And we're going to need to do that rather quickly. In addition to all of this, we're going to work on housing. So over here, we're going to place 6 houses. We're going to need to do a little bit of terraforming because it's not level. All right, we got some wood, but it's going to go bye-bye here. Now, we got deer and wolves over here, and that's actually great. Ooh, we actually found some berries. Now, we don't need to get a forager hut up for these. We can just put a priority harvest on them, and anyone who has any spare time will come over here and get the berries. You can mob them with this tool. So there's some berries up here as well. We'll get those. We should probably kill the wolves. I'm a little worried about people dying getting berries. It's probably going to happen. We're in the middle of a drought. I think we're going to be okay, though. All right, we have no firewood right now, so I'm pulling the individual out of the smokehouse. Should have some food here relatively soon. And once these houses are up over here, we should be able to get some immigration coming in strong enough. But we're going to need to get these houses up here quickly. All right, so we got the berries. So yeah, you still have to, unfortunately, select and prioritize. And we got to be a little careful because I don't know what kind of critters are out here. Bears, more wolves. We're on the harder difficulty, so it spawns them a little bit more frequently. Oh, we already had our first death. Crap. All right, so this is the danger. It's unfortunate. I'd really like to keep the wolf spawn here. We're going to destroy it. There's another wolf spawn over here. We need to destroy this as well. Early game, it's pretty easy to destroy these. Oh, nice. We got more deer over here. Oh, we got a boar spawn. That's good. They will hunt the boars now. But let's take out these wolves. Make sure we don't lose anybody while they're out getting berries. Beautiful. I'm going to leave the boar spawn. Nice. So we just need to get food, all that jazz. We're going to be golden. So now that we have exactly 2 deer spawns here, I'm going to put the circle on both of these. Hunters also act as your early game defense. So if we get hit by raiders, which is usually about 2 to 3 on a Vanquisher wave against a population and time of this size. So raider difficulty scales on 2 fronts. It scales with the tier and it scales with the population. Now, time and tier will determine the random chance of difficulty. So there's actually like all these pools of enemies that can attack you. Your first raid can actually be rather hard if you get that like 1% roll and you get the nobles that come in with their full plated armor and you can't really dent them. So the longer time and the higher tier, the more likely for harder difficulty raids. But population itself directly determines how many people can attack you. So, but if you get the wrong rate, it can really set you back. All right, it's firewood time. That way we can start getting some of this meat going. Now let's take a gander at our population. We have 6 people on farming because they're preparing the land. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles here. Well, we have to do that or we're all gonna die. We got the firewood splitter. I'd really like to get this person going. I'm gonna take them off of farming. That should be sufficient. We have water. We have some meat coming in. And honestly, the majority of that meat, since we're eating it, we can't even smoke it. So I'm just going to pull the gen off the smoker. Sometimes you got to think about that stuff. Sorry, deceased villager. We hardly knew ye. Okay, we got a good chunk of deer up here. We're now in the winter months with a little bit of fuel. We definitely need to tell them to continue to cut down these trees. Okay, so we got increased raider activity. Hostile bands of raiders have been spotted roaming. So that's just telling us, you know, be ready. There's an enormous amount of stone here, but I'm hoping we can get one of these fields up. I probably should have gone a little slower. And I'm noticing that the icons are a little off. So the gist of it is here. I'm gonna get rid of one. I think we'll focus on just one field for now, but this is the area that I want to do those 3 fields in. We do have a technology point, and oh yeah, the tech tree is pretty cool. So I tend to always go with natural philosophy. At 20% base knowledge generation is really helpful. And hygiene is also really, really good in the early stages of the game. So we'll go for that as soon as we can. The reducing disease in the early stages of the game, pretty beneficial. So we can have a max pop of 16. However, food, as you can see, is a pretty big issue for us. We're coming out of the winter months now, though. And we should be bringing in enough deer. And once I can start smoking all of this, which I can now, let's get that going. That will help increase our food store surplus. So it's going to be looking at how many months worth of food we have to determine these immigration rates. So what we're going to do here is a combination. We have weeds and rockiness, so we want to get rid of it. So we're going to do something really, really simple. And it's going to bring in food immediately. We're going to place one worker on this. So clovers, clean it up, give me some beans. And we're going to rotate this to a proper rotation once we get rid of everything. But this will allow us to start progressing in the right direction. So when you're playing on a map like this, you're in a battle, right? Our fertility is 38%, which means we will never be growing wheat or rye. Like probably we'll grow buckwheat. So let me kind of explain this. We have a point. So we have essentially when you place compost on your fields, you can get up to 10 fertility times your fertility multiplier. So our fertility multiplier here is 0.38. So we will get 0.38 of that 10%, which is 3.8%. So we can get about a little under 4% fertility gain per year there, which means if you come over and you look at something like wheat with a negative 8% fertility impact, okay, they increased that. Didn't used to be so bad. And rye -6. We're never going to be able to touch these things. Buckwheat is only -1%. So we can easily have fertility gain every year of like 2% on a year. We grow that and some beans. But what you want to do is calculate the plus and minuses of all 3 seasons to determine whether like what your fertility gain is over those periods. So our goal would be to get this to like 90% fertility, because the higher your fertility, the higher the yield you get off these crops. So when you have 0.38, you want to be really, really careful. So beans and peas have a slight increase in fertility, which is great, but you're also trying to counteract disease. So you want to grow variety to offset that. So we got -3 on carrots and -3 on cabbage. They really jacked us all up. And -6% on leeks. So we'll never grow leeks. And -4%. So I'm gonna have to read what compost does, because I'm wondering if they changed, if it's a little bit more or less. Okay, copy. So we can copy the build settings. That's really cool. And we can paste them into other farms. So that's really neat. But we're gonna be doing a crop rotation, so they're never gonna be the same. So it's pointless. If they would let me drag the 1, 2, and 3, if they would go 1, 2, 3, if I could drag these around, that'd be great. Then I could copy the settings and then drag it around to where I want it for the crop rotation. Anywho, they didn't do that. So yeah, we're going to reduce the chances of all these diseases. Taxation is good for markets. We don't have one of those yet. So now that we have the basics going here, we have how many free individuals? We have 11 out of 16. Okay, we're building up our food reserves. And we have 6 laborers. Okay, well that tells me we need to start pushing. So you're going to want to get up your farms relatively soon, especially because of how crappy everything is. So a 10 by 5 is actually not a really good one. So under you can do a lot. You can do about 3 workers for a 12 by 12. So it's about like 1 worker per 72 tiles. So like a 10 by 7 or something would probably be a better field. But if I like the way that the 10 by 10s feel, and we're going breezy here. We're going easy. But yeah, 1 worker per 72 tiles seems to have been kind of like where I found the efficiency, the peak efficiency, but it's all determined by the technologies you have too. All right, here we go. We're using our first sideways road. It's beautiful. It's everything I imagined it would be and more. Okay. So now what we need to do is get into storage, and there's always plenty of goods. This storage you don't need to defend. So you do need to designate an industry side of town. Here it is. Gold, coal, this is it. Will be the industry side of town. Now we have deer coming in trying to eat our beautiful beans. And what we need to do is go Rambo. So our hunter is not protecting us. He's out here stocking his shelves. So we're just going to go after the deer and get as much food as possible from them. And we're running out of arrows. We're gonna get up a stockyard and start progressing towards producing more arrows. We're working hard on these fields, but that's not bad. Planted 288, harvested 148 beans. That's not bad. So I think what we're gonna go for in this is just a short and sweet build. It's gonna focus primarily on the gold and coal and converting into a small little mining trade post. We're gonna get the iron going too. But I say we keep things really compact and tight. Let's also set a firewood limit of 500, far more than enough. And we need more laborers to cut trees. I'm going to pull them out of the firewood for now. And since we can't work on the farms, we'll take control, pull everybody out to start building and gathering materials for us. So let's cut down this entire forest. Beautiful. Made it through another little winter. So now we're going to get up a saw pit over here. Now the storehouse is what they're going to go for. So the storehouse I keep next to the main hall. That way if they attack me, I have something to defend from. So if I hit the tilde, so you can see here, tilde will snap it in between grid and non-grid. And now you can place it however you want. I'm not really a big fan of that though. I know that's the cool new system, but I think the game shines. I don't really understand. It's cool in concept, you know, kind of like putting flames on your car is cool, but you look like a jackass to everybody else in the city built. No, I'm just saying it doesn't. It's another way to play the game, and that's cool, but it doesn't add anything to how I play. It's like flames on a car. It doesn't really do anything for me. It probably gets me more speeding tickets. I don't know. The problem I have with this system, and I don't mean to be too critical though, is it makes so if I place this like here, right? It's cool, right? I mean, it does look neat. And it does allow you to play the game in a different way, because now you can do this, right? I can go sideways, and it does look kind of cool. It takes it from being this, you know, flat little thingy, and I bet you on a peaceful mode, that's a good avenue. Like that's not a bad idea. But on the harder difficulties, you want to keep your base designs compact and looking good. Now it is cool though. I would say the outskirts, like areas like this is where I think the system shines, like because now I can have this cool little outskirt area that does look a little bit more unique, and I'll give them that. It does look cool. So maybe I just need to figure out how to use it a little bit better. So I'll try my best to incorporate, I don't know, the sideways hat of city building. All the cool kids are doing it, I guess. I'll do that, and then it can have its own little road. It's not bad. I mean, it's a cool, what they did is really cool in the fact that it works, and it works well. So we'll try it out. It does allow you to build a city that doesn't look like everybody else's city, so I appreciate that. So what we're doing over here is getting this place all pretty, as we're going to put some walls. And this I accidentally placed in the wrong spot. So this is where I think size matters. Like right over here. You want to make sure you're leaving room for your towers, for however you're going to do things. Now we're going to relocate this well over here. Okay, let's get some plank production going. And what plank production going will do for us is our very first beautiful market. And our market should be within range of the town center for protection. I'm gonna place it, yeah, right here. Now keep in mind, this is gonna be a very small town. We're probably just gonna do one market stall build. In fact, I think I'm going to change my setup. You know what? Let's do it. Let's be jackasses today. Let's be hip. Let's be cool. If I am gonna do a trade town, let's do it not in grid style. Okay. So let's see what we can do with this game. So the market, let's put that straight in the middle off a road. That's fine and dandy. The well, same thing. Let's see what it looks like when you don't use the system. So I'm thinking, thinking we have some weirdness going on here. And can I do this? Oh, I can. I can put a road in here. So this is where I get tripped up. Can I do this? Okay. So I can get a road going into the house. Ish. Yeah, I don't like it, but it's all right. So we'll get some money coming up. So this is the real kicker. We got sideways decorations now, but it's going to cost me some money. We'll have some. We need to get some arrows, or we're going to run out of food. My men are yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The game makes you an asshole. I'm out here like trying to make cool looking houses, and I'm like, oh yeah, my men are outside punching deer because I have given them 0 archers. Okay, so let's get this Fletcher up. All right, well, the Fletcher's got to be cool too, right? Or the Fletcher should actually be closer to this area. So this will be our ultra cool area here. We'll have it sideways. Actually, hold on. I think we're going to wall this area off, so I need to be smart. I'm going to use roads. I'm actually going to need to do this one proper. We'll have walls, and we'll have some towers around these parts. Yeah, we'll have a wall in this area too. I'm just going to use this tool for now. Okay. Let's get that Fletcher in here. All right, so the Fletcher is going to be sideways. There's our road. Oh, yeah. It's looking really organic now, but we got to get that up. And that's really good right there. Get some houses going. I'm going to get my gents outside punching deer, because that's what we do out here. Chasing deer down and punching them. There we go. That's how I became a man myself. There we are. Just like Dad taught me. Okay, so we'll bring that back. That'll give us some food. We'll get the farms going up a little bit better here. Get a cellar up. I got super distracted by the sideways houses. Okay, so one of them is going to be sideways. One of them is going to be lengthways. And then the next gent is going to be sideways. Slope is too steep. Okay, so we need to come in here. Whoa. That's kind of cool. It's cool. You have to move it when you're in the freeform tool. It's interesting. But yeah, we'll position them differently. Okay, now we can relocate. And we're going to angle this house as well. There we go. Get the road going. All right, we got angled houses. It does look kind of neat. That actually is... Okay, so I have an idea now. If we do this correctly, we can have a circle house area. It's a little difficult to get right. We'll have to move the marketplace. That's going to be what I do. I'm going to do a little circle. Ooh, we got a lot of knowledge. I'm sorry, we're doing this. Okay, 15% farming speed, negative 25% fertility loss from planted crops. So I'm going to get that right now. That's going to help us out tremendously. That's 100% must. 100%. There's really no foraging going on. Lookout views is really good early game. I'm going to get this. I know it seems kind of silly, but you'll see in a second why. Okay, 25 for shoes. A mining stone. Let's hold off until we see something. Yeah, being able to see further away and identify resources, really, really valuable, because there might be something you missed. Also helps you see where the enemy's coming from, so you can quickly position yourself. We need to bury this individual at some point, and I need to get the firewood going again. We're doing okay. So the Fletcher over here is going. Now this, you definitely want to put a quota on everything. So I typically just go for like 40 bows at a max. And for arrows, we're just going to cap it at 2,000. Okay, so we'll get our arrows going. Hopefully get some food coming in here. Let's place 2 individuals into the Fletcher just to get that started, and I'll take them out here in a second. All right, so there's going to be a couple of things that we do here. Now, eventually what I'll do is get a trade center up over here. But we're going to need to hit tier 2. And tier 2 is pretty easy. It's just going to take some houses. They want 8 houses. I think we're going to be sitting pretty here in no time. Okay, so you're going to be the pretty one. Let's flatten this area out. Oh, geez Louise. There we go. It's really interesting seeing the flatten tool in this new way. They seem to be going a little bit faster in the terraforming. I appreciate that. Let's see, how big are the jumps now? They seem to have changed quite a bit in the game since I last played. Those are some good jumps. Those are some good jumps on terraforming. So we got some boards going. You know, we're just chilling. We got lots of berries out here. We got the ugliest road in the world. I'm going to destroy this road because it reminds me of all my failures. Let's do it. The raiders are approaching. I'm thinking, yeah, this is looking a little bit more organic. There we go. So we have some angry banditos coming. The angriest of all the banditos. You have to be a tier 2 in order to ring the bell now? What is going on? Alright, so the banditos are here. And I'm having an issue. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I used to be able to manually just do that. That's how I used to attack deers and stuff. Okay, so we're getting hit by some units and they're taking good damage. So this is a normal raid. They're causing a ruckus, but it's all right. We'll shoot them. I'm going to go to ×2 mode. I don't really find these beginner raids that interesting. And this gen over here, I'm going to attack with my archer. Yeah, he's going to go down fast. And then I'll bring him in to help out. Nope. Okay, that was the end of the raid, as I said. Not very hard. They get harder as you expand your population. Okay. So hopefully now my individuals will go out and get food, you know, or just watch everyone starve to death. That's a fun pastime as well. So let's speed this up to ×5 and get trekking. Okay, we can all agree that this road sucks. So the road is gone. It will haunt our dreams no longer. But I'm going to do a little circle. While everyone else does all the work, I'm just going to sit over here. Yeah, a little bit of a steepness going on. Get that flat. We're going to do a happy little smile. And whatever this holds is going to be my entire population. And we'll fill the insides of it with decorations and gardens and all types of jazz. And this road is also very depressing. I just wanted to show the concept. I think we'll probably move this stuff about. Let's move it over here. It'll be its own little thing. There we go. Little side street. Now I can kind of see what is going to be cool about this. Like I said, it's like the flames. The designs are inefficient, but they do look like I can see what this is going to look like, and I think it's going to look nice. I can see it in my head. All right, we got the arrows, which means we're going to go out here and get food. Sometimes the farmer or the hunters, they're really unproductive. Basically like me. You got to, like, you know, spray mace on them, get them to work. There we go. All right, 16 people want to come in. Sure, why not? I don't have room for you. Or food. Come on in. This sounds like a recipe for success. We're going to come over here. You know, whoever makes it, makes it, right? There'll be more. They'll keep coming. The people in this game, they just love coming here. All right. We're going to get both of these deer. Boom. Okay, that's 2 foods. And we definitely need to get these farms out. And I forgot to place the workers back into the farms. I'm a silly man. Let's go back to auto refill positions. Boot up the max possible workers to 6. Let's do 8 in case we start building stuff out. And let's use these people. Let's get some resources here. We got 102 stone, so we're good. Let's get these trees down. And I'm just going to keep doing the pretties. Yes, the pretties. Here we go. So center, and then we got 2, 2, center. All right. So let's try to keep this pattern. 2, 2, and center, and angled. There you go. We have ourselves the circle. So what we're going to do is we're going to relocate the well into the center here. We're going to relocate the market also into the center here. And then the rest of this is just going to be a beautiful, lush little garden. And we don't need a road here. We've evolved beyond roads. Okay, let's get that up though. I'll figure something out here in a second. I mean, I could try to do a road here. It's gonna look so weird. Okay, let's do the road in the angle of the houses. Okay, that's not not good. It's not. It looked better in my mind's eye. My mind's eye has let me down many a times. This is one of them. Okay. I have another idea. What if, and just go with me, we have a road, like a normal road. Okay, we're gonna have to expand it up. There we go. Okay, road there. Road all the way here. Road there. Then I do the stupid stuff. Okay, make a little. It's like everyone has their own little driveway, right? I don't like it. I think the road around the center makes a whole lot of sense. It allows people to come outside their door and walk, but I want to utilize this space. And they're fine, you know what? Like, they'll walk it off eventually. There's plenty of food. And if they ever get this farm up, which they will, it's going to be a beautiful thing. You can see the fertility is already 41%. Weed levels are going down. Rockiness is going down. Got the other farm going. Yeah, we'll be fine. And if we aren't, we're not. It's okay. They'll get over it. All right. And then we'll get the road here. Yeah, I feel like you don't want to go all in on one thing. You want to kind of marry the two ideas, right? Here we go. So we have this, and on the backside here we'll have schools, temples. That's max population of 36. I'm feeling good about that. Feeling good about that for our small little design here. And that will go up as we get these tiers going. All right, so you can see the shrine. We're losing desirability bonuses by having it too far back. And what that is actually kind of cool though, because you see right here how I can't make it even. Now I can. So at the end of this will be the shrine. I do like that. I like the ability to split. I think that is actually cool. All right, look at this. Okay, so the same thing. And we only need one worker for this. So this is a really good way to make food. Very cheap. And we got everybody rolling like this now. Got a few buildings catching on fire. Nothing they can't handle. I got a well right there. Which reminds me. Fire is bad. Fire is very hot. So make sure that you have a well over in these parts to put out fires. So let's also get up our first root cellar. Now the root cellar should be near the farms. They can steal from it. They're thieves. But you know what? I'm gonna put it here. Okay, so the freeform system is kind of cool. It is kind of nice being able to just fit something in a little spot. Ooh. Just rebuild, yeah. All right, so we'll get some beans coming in. We'll get some food, hopefully, here. They're hunting. They're doing the best they can. Actually, I don't think they are doing the best they can. I think, quite honestly, they're not really trying. And there's some deer signs down here. I'm going to just roam the edges. Ooh, we got some boars. We got some more berries over here. All right, let's prioritize these. I prefer doing this to having dedicated foragers and maps like this. It only really makes sense to have dedicated foragers when you have just an insane amount. Okay, and we really don't. All right, so we got this whole area here prioritized. Nice, they are getting the deer. We're keeping them away from our farm. Okay, so we just need a 30 pop. And we are ready to rumble. Let's continue to cut down the entire rainforest. My favorite thing to do. Once we gather a little bit more money, we'll have some Frontier Jesus over here. He will make the people happy. We're running out of water. It's not a good thing. We'll make it pretty. But yeah, we're just going to build a really simple thing here. I'm actually thinking about throwing out all of this for 100 gold, okay? Like, I kind of want to just make this the village. And, like, Okay, they're coming. I'm thinking we move the town center over here to the tippy top, and we make like kind of like a little Viking settlement, right? Here they come. And we could overseed, but fertility reduction from crops is 25% to get some food coming in. It's really dangerous to do on a map like this. Oh gosh. Yeah, they just killed one of my dudes. Let's get the bell going. Yeah, they're gonna run around and they're gonna ransack. That's what they do. We'll probably need to get a tower up soon because these guys are getting a little, I don't know, they're getting a little thirsty over here. You can kind of see it. And we'll need to get some walls up. There we go. Yeah, they stole some loot, so they're running away. Oh no, they didn't get anything. Good. Good for them. Okay, we got the one dude over here. I'm gonna pull out my archer to come over here and help. Yeah, he's doing a little bit more damage. He's a trained marksman. There we go. Cool. And yeah, no witnesses. I really like this guy. He read my mind. Cool. So we unfortunately did have one person get knocked out, and they will perish because we don't have a healer's hut. So let's get that done. Yeah, and the harder difficulties are, you know, a little bit harder. So you can see we already have some rot over here. So that's gonna just, you know, go crazy. So we need to find something with the least amount of fertility impact. Or we take the L, which I think we're gonna do, and we just get the weeds down and we let it recover. And clovers help. So to get rid of like disease, its proc chance is based off of what is being harvested. So when you do a clover and it ends, my knowledge is, and they could have taken this out of the game, it does help decrease disease. So clovers are a good one. He has died. He succumbed to his wounds. I don't blame him. What's funny is like people aren't really starving, so and we're making it. All right, so we got the lookout. We probably should get these gents some shoes. We have no fish. We have nothing. I have no need to increase the worker's speed. Oh, here we go. Yeah, taxation. We're going to go all in on that for sure. That will give us some extra monies. And then we can get the Frontier Jesus up. And they will forgive me for, you know, not giving him shoes. So, yeah, shoes are important. Let's get some shoes. So we're going to get up a cobbler. I'm thinking I'm going to redo this entire setup here. By thinking, I mean I am. But right now we're just getting it up. I'm going to destroy all this and make it pretty. Kind of like we did over here. We'll never speak of this moment again. Yeah, we're not going to do the walls here. We're going to do the walls kind of around the town. Okay, we're making good progress here. So this is it. 36 people. We got to be smart. All right, we got the cobbler going. Yeah, we got to be real smart. I think we're doing pretty good. Three people on farming. It's pretty sustainable. We have 57. We just need 30 gents. And when we hit the next tier, I can start putting the walls around the settlement. And that's where things are going to get dicey, right? Because if we come down to our defenses, look at the radius on this thing. I hit tilde. This is great. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. We're going to relocate the well over here. I'm going to fortify this inner area. That way I can defend everything. Nice. We're going to place 2 lookout towers inside here. And we're going to wall it off. All right, we got a little bit of food. We're making it. All right, there he is. The beautiful Frontier Jesus. Braremont. 22-year-old who thinks he knows everything. Exactly what this town needs. Oh, we're going to have some compost issues. I want more people. Okay, so we got our farms over here. Let's see what we got going on. We have better farmland over here. I think I might... Oh, I would, but... Oh, we have the banditos right there. Those darn banditos. Okay. Scrolling around. We might just have to stick with our farming area there. The compost is going to cause... the buildup of waste will cause serious health issues. Okay. Right now, they're pretty darn happy. They're starving to death, but they're like, they're like, yeah, it's not so bad. We get to eat once a month. We're still technically alive. So, you know, the best place to be. Now I have to think here. What would I do? Yeah, I need to get to tier 2. So we need to stop having individuals perish. We'll make it pretty though. So what I'm thinking, the second side of town over here is going to be like all the shops, all the jazz. So let's get this. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So you can go right here. The town center. Don't have the money. I'll have to figure out how I want to move that. I'm kind of thinking about, I mean, the town center should be in the center, right? But I've kind of mucked that up. See the desirability bonus? You really have to keep this right where it's at. Okay, so there's our storehouse. The firewood splitter and all that can stay outside. This is the cobbler shop. Now, this is where I'm actually going to kind of change. Because I think, like, you need to marry both concepts, right? Like, use both concepts. Don't, like, it's a good concept. But it needs to make sense, right? So we're going to go this way. But this is cool. I really do like how you can... I mean, my OCDs are greatly pleased by being able to center that shrine. That, I think, is the coolest thing. I'm actually, like, slowly starting to really like this. Because I'm like, oh, it can feed the OCDs. Like I said, the trick is to use it when it makes sense. There we go. Fletcher. So now look how close we are to the storehouse. It's beautiful. This is actually really cool. Okay. And we can leave the industry over here. Got our farms down the way. Yeah, I'm starting to dig it. Okay, so we'll have walls here. We'll have some more buildings out these parts. I think the town center will be at the tip over here as a defensive structure. So 2 towers here, the town center here, protecting everything. The trade post right here. I think we got it going on. And we got some alien technologies. Shoe production. So production, logistics, tree felling. What we're gonna go for is trade. And a lot of the good stuff is actually over here in mining. That's what's cool about the education system now, is we can progress. There are 2 ways to progress technologically: tier and total knowledge. So we can go pretty far. Unless they capped it. They're always changing stuff on me. I think they made it so that you don't have to go to tier 3 and 4, but you know, they're always changing it. All right, there are the individuals that we need. I will counter by saying if I upgrade this to tier 2, it will cost more to move. So I'm going to not move yet. 41 out of 36. Okay. Let me think about this. Maybe we should go a little bit higher because it's a little silly not to go the distance, right? Now, let me see. We want to keep things smart. The tower is going to be here, meaning there's only so much extra space. Yeah, if we want to keep the defenses clean. Let me see. It's too steep over here. Let's get this out. We're starting to bring in food. We may need to get a little bit more farming going. We also have the compost issue. The problem is we're going to run out of money. The game is kind of meant for you to expand. Okay, let's just get a big old compost yard out right here on top of this hill. And we got a little road right there too. Okay, so what I think we're going to do is go sideways with these guys here. And we're going to widen. Let's widen the area. So it's going to circle here. Yeah, I like this. This is how we do it. This allows me to get a few more houses. Okay. All right. Doesn't leave a whole lot of room for the trade post, but let's see. If we move the stockyard here, if I delete this road, let's see if I can place the trade post down in there. I'm trying to make this make a little bit of sense. The town center, you know, it's doing its thing. Okay, beautiful. We have no wood. Gotta cut down every tree in existence. Feeling a little bit better. Oh, no. Oh, no, sir. Stay away. I forgot the raid camp was right over here. You gotta be careful about them raid camps. They do have some nice nuts over there I'd like to get. But another time. If we're gonna get the trade post up, though, I gotta get this thing moving. We're at 50. We're getting there. We got more tech. Okay, so we've done a good job. 2 armor for all villagers. Let's do that. Putting armor on our villagers seems a wise idea, especially with my track record. And a tier 2 town or 9 knowledge invested. A tier 3 town or 24 knowledge invested. Yeah, so you can get there straight from just knowledge. Very, very cool. 25% health to the town center. There we go. Now I unlock the tier 2s. Okay, so market focus. We can literally get our market upgraded. Honey wax production. 15% increased disease resistance. This one is like a must. I will hold off on grain. Tree regrowth rate. Animal husbandry. That will be necessary. We'll probably get into chickens. Chickens are a good one, and we can set up some feed. And because we're letting in more individuals, we do need to farm. I like to keep my farms as close together as possible. And unfortunately, they still have to be square. This isn't a bad spot right here. All right, we'll get another 5x10 up right there. We'll get this guy up. All right, storehouse here. Trade right there. What's cool is like the school and things, they kind of move around. I might put the school and stuff down here or like right here. All right, it's winter. We've got firewood. We've got, holy lord, we got boards. Boards are good, you know, or planks as they're called. But we should really set a limit so we don't go too crazy here. We're, you know, we may not even do a forester. Like we may just live off the land with this build. It's totally possible. There we go. Okay, so our max pop is 60. Well, I mean, we're going to get these guys to tier 2. So this is good. We could probably get up to 100 pop pretty easy. Almost have 100 coins. I want to wait till we get the coins before moving. I think we'll place the town center right here still. Be the town, kind of not center, but, you know, it will exist. We'll clean this up and get a road and farm. Crud. Villager just got attacked. Oh, noes. We got bears. Okay. Yeah, we're starting to really run out of money, but we have no choice. So I was going to put defenses here. It's starting to become a must. Let's get one tower up over here. I think we're going to need a little bit of stone. 8 will suffice. Let's go get some wood. There's a lot of wood in this area. Some down here. Stay away from the banditos. There's actually kind of a little hack too I'll tell you guys about. So if you don't want to, you can technically, it's 5 a pop. You can grow your own trees. Once you start making money, you can just set some reserves, but I'm thinking we're trying to utilize our people perfectly. So the fewer jabs we have, the better. You know what I'm saying? All right, we'll get them set up. We got to get the weeds, the rockiness down, some fertility gains. So over here, you can see 39% fertility. We're sitting pretty. Got rid of the disease so we can grow beans this year. Check out the rest of our crops. A little bit of disease going on here. Okay, so the disease chances are substantial. Substantial now. Sometimes that's one of the benefits of spreading stuff out, but you can't really do that on this terrain. So we're gonna go into full savior mode here. This as well. So I really need to ramp this up. The boar presents some of the better meat choices we have. I need to get the hunters together. Okay, so we got both hunters here. Usually it just lets you highlight them, but okay. We're gonna go tag team a boar because it's gonna give us a lot of meat. Crap. Are we getting a hit? Okay. Nice. We got the boar. Oh, nice. Look at this. Salvage site. These are great. All right. They're getting the fruits. bringing in the food. I think this year is going to be good. Okay, loot acquired 60 knowledge points. Just a bunch of good stuff. A bunch of good stuff. All right, we got the compost yard going. That'll keep us clean. Also, we'll eventually have enough for here. Compost is really important. Once they bring that money back, we'll be in good shape. All right, so this well doesn't hit everybody. Let's just give them their own well. Place it right here. We're just one goal away from being able to move this thing finally. Everybody's... Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. That's perfect. We got ourselves a drought. Wonderful. We're barely holding on. Oh, there are wolves over here. We gotta be careful. And there's a lot of berries. This actually might be where a gatherer might be worth it. The drought is hurting. All right. Oh, oops, he's on 3. Let's put him down to 1 worker. Let's see, how many free workers do we have? 23. Not bad. 37 wood. Okay. So we got a bunch of wolves down here. I have needs. We need to get a cemetery up at some point. We're at 100. Okay. Let's freaking do this. That's perfect. Right there. All right, I'm going to move our wheelhouse guy back over here. There we go. Get a bunch of wood. All right, this is looking good. This is a good shape we got going on here. Now we're going to go to the second tier. You do still, unfortunately, have buildings that are tier locked. I think some buildings, though, can be opened up. There we go. Look at that. But boom, tier 2. Okay, this is the important part of everything. Trading post. There we go. It fits perfectly. Okay, so they want to get in here. They're going to have to get through all this. We need to generate some coin. We need to get this up to a higher tier. We got some knowledge. Let's check this out. Okay, so our farming is doing as best as it can. All right, market focus. This would be wise, but we don't have the resources quite yet. Healer's house. It's okay. We don't have an academy yet. Fill rate for wells, construction speed. None of these things are holding us back. Attack rate for town center and lookout towers. This is actually pretty important. We're gonna get that one. Unlock mining. Okay, yeah, for trade, for sure. We can at least sell base materials. Let's hold off on anything else. Getting mining going is actually like a step in the right direction. So the work camp needs a wagon shop. Okay, let's get a wagon shop up right here. Wood is actually probably like one of the best things to sell, so I may do a forester after all, because I'm thinking in my head, you know, I could sell a lot of wood. That'd be a really good trade for us. But we got other things too. But when you think about the people involved, it's a really good return. All right, so we got coal. Now, coal is an amazing trade. And then we got apiaries too. So I'm gonna place a few of these gents, and you can have a little overlap. You lose about 10%. I'm gonna place some of this. Get that going. Make candles. All right, we got our cobbler. I'm gonna boot our Fletcher down to 1. Put our arrow up to a 6-to-1 ratio. That means they're gonna make 6 arrows per 1 bow that they make. We do have them capped, so I don't have to worry too much, but we have a sick worker. All right, we got 6. Let's fire them and get someone in their place. This is our food production, so it's getting dangerous. And we're gonna get up another hunter's cabin over here. We got wolves over here, and we got another deer spawn somewhere. I'm gonna put 2 hunters down here. Okay, did we get rid of the disease? No. So we'll check back in. Great, now we have disease here. We're gonna have to go into crop rotation sooner. Grow too many beans. So this is the problem, is we don't have compost yet, and we don't have weeds, so we don't need to do this anymore. And so this is for buckwheat, beans, and peas. So beans are better, of course. So we're going to try to get rid of everything here. I'm gonna leave it blank. Okay, so over here we're doing great. No weeds, nothing. Okay, we're gonna do beans. We should probably get into some kind of bread production. And then over here, okay, so beans 1. So this has a -3, -3. Okay, so they have really high frost tolerance. And also what you want to do is spread it out so that they're yielding at different times. That way all the workers can work together and get away with a lot less people. Villagers died. Yeah, beautiful. We'll just do this because we can. And then for the third dude, I would do buckwheat. But we'll have to unlock that. So we don't want to have 2 of the beans going. Carrots isn't a bad one to do. If it weren't for the -3%. And remember, your losses aren't capped by your fertility factor. Your gains are. So while the clover here says you get 3%, you actually only get, on this one, we have an environmental fertility factor of 0.3. So it's so you're like a little less than 1. And what I noticed too, when I did testing a long time ago, is you don't always get the full 3%. Like you get this, or sometimes you get 2. Sometimes I get 1. It's really weird. But your losses are always maximized. So if it says 3, that's just, it's really harsh when you have low fertility factor for that reason. So this will be a little tricky, especially with diseases being so high. So we really need to make sure that we are maximizing our disease resistance over here. So we got 2 compost production, 20% yield. That's a cool one. Carry capacity, drought tolerance. Yields on food. Yeah, those are good. Is this all the disease resistance I can get? I need to get a lot of points. This kind of makes me mad. What would be cool is to grow like hay, but we need to unlock that from the tech tree. Okay, so that's going to be important. So let's do it. Grain crops. Let's unlock grain crops. Okay. We're going to have really poor growth though. Okay, I'll get rid of you. And yeah, we can't do hay until I get animal husbandry. But we got it there. But it's only 1%. So this would be kind of ideally what you want. We got the trader. All right, let's start trading though. Nice, they made the trade screen bigger. Thank you. Oh my god. All right, let's transfer some shoes. I'm gonna just transfer all shoe production here. And he's selling bricks, which I desperately want. Clothing. There's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, we could grow flax. Let's grow some. Well, what's the -5 for flax? Eek. So yeah, clothing production won't be a big thing for us here. All right, we're making good progress. So we have 76 wood. Yeah, we're gonna need to utilize everything we possibly can. So the fertility factor around here for forestry is almost non-existent. You need above 50% or you have serious issues. You can see right where we placed our guys here is about where the 50s is. So yeah, unfortunately we're in the barren wastelands. I find that the worst places are the best places to teach mechanics though, because when you have 90% and all that jazz, you just overlook all these things because you have no reason to care. Okay, so there's 50% up here. Next to the Boar and next to another Bandito camp. Bandito camp here and up there. We'll have to make do with this. 38. Yeah, this is it. We'll have to make do with this. And we got wolves over here. Okay, we're gonna come in and start killing the wolves. There are a lot of wolves. All right, we're gonna take these 2 hunters and we're gonna start picking off the wolves. Okay. I don't know why they charged in like that. Did they run out of arrows? Okay. Good God, one of them's gonna die. Whew, that was tough. We gotta kill this thing fast. We almost lost that dude. Okay. Perfect. Work camps are nice though. I'll tell you one thing. Work camps are great for long hauls because the wagon will come pick it up. Right now, if they cut a tree down, they'll walk it all the way back. They'll go back and forth that way. Okay. So these are really good as you venture out to cut down wood, even if we don't do a forester. And these guys aren't on the right area. Okay. Get you on the deer down here. All right. So wolf population gone. And we have our guy up. So let's get into charcoal production. Another drought. Once again, we are starving. And it looks like someone died from illness. It happens. All right, we got a big bean harvest coming in. I don't think I'm going to do this guy quite yet. I'll just do double clovers to get the fertility up. All right, beans. So anytime I have someone with a disease, I'm just going to push them right after the bean harvest came in. All that disease. But we got two months. So this is one way we can do a rotation too. And typically it's one I do is I don't grow a food item every year. Like you take a year off, but you do it in a way that not everyone is taking a year off at the same time. All right, so we're good over here. We'll do beans. So yeah, we'll just we'll kind of just take it year by year. Over here, I'm gonna do beans in the 3rd year. 2nd year beans. Okay. All right, for now we're okay. We'll get some food coming in. We have a lot of mouths to feed. And as we develop these lands, we'll get a little bit better every time. All right, cool. So we got a work camp over here. So now I can just set them to get all of the wood. Put 4 people there, and they'll get to work. You do have to tell them if you want them to only cut down mature trees, you do have to uncheck this. So they'll cut down any tree, which is what I want because we're just going to start clear cutting the land. And you can see we got a blizzard coming. I'm not going to do a road because we're going to literally upend and move this thing around. And we got some coal over here. And he's saying that they have hunted every deer. Okay. So 1 is enough. Okay, we got banditos over here, so that's a no-go anyway. And we got more deer over here. I think what I'm going to end up doing is changing circles. Because this guy, yeah, each of them will get their own spawn. That's a deer. Yeah, this is a harsh land. It is a harsh land. And they're dying from illness. I don't have any herbs or anything here. In the Arid Highlands. We're survivors though. Got our root cellar. Got our honey coming in. Oh no. There's a wolf. I'm gonna just let him fend for himself out here because that wolf meat's really gonna help us out. Like we really need it. We need I was kind of sad killing those wolves, but I needed to so they had quick access to all the berries. There's a boar spawn we could try farming. If you check out your little hunter, you can come down here and see that a boar carcass gives 180 meat versus 30 for a deer. Pretty good. Okay, I'm going to take these guys. Oh, not you guys. I'm going to take these gents on a magical journey. I think we'll get a tannery up next. We're going to get ourselves a boar. There we go. Nice, they got that boar down good. Nice. Okay. Yeah, go get the boar meat. That's 180 meat right there. So whenever you're about to die, just manually control your gents. Go out there and get some meat. All right, we're full. So the person has automatically been returned. 500 is probably more than enough. We got a predator attacking. Yeah, these wolves are getting vicious. But that's all right. This guy can take it. Now we're at -2. Oh, yeah, the guard. Guard is costing us a lot of money. Let's turn the guard off for now. We'll turn it on when we get attacked. Let's make some cash. All right, we're going to pause real quick. All right, so they're not buying shoes. I didn't get the shoes in time. We need to just start... I'm going to do all the honey. We need to just start preemptively moving goods over. So these are all the things that they will purchase. Right now they'll purchase honey. Yeah, like pelts. I have a ton of those we can trade. And right now I'm trying to get wood so I can get some walls up. Nice, got a boar spawn over here. We'll most likely need to get into forestry because it's getting a little tight. I didn't realize I'd clear cut the entire forest so quickly. All right. We're gonna Urukai the whole freaking forest up here. It's like 2 wood per, but we need it. All right, yeah, this whole valley. I'm gonna bring in the big guns. I'm just gonna bring in 20 people sitting around doing nothing. Looks like we have a little bit of a medical issue going on. All right, we can trade this honey. 63, not bad. We can sell these pelts for 6 a pop. There we go, that's 414. 72 shoes at 12. That's 840. Okay. That gives us a little over a grand. 1,300. What we should do is upgrade this market. We need 60 bricks and 300. And he's selling them at a discount. So let's see. Okay. We're going to need more like 90 or yeah, 99. That's fine. And then I'm going to send 366 to the town. Bingo. Oh, we're getting hit. Of course. Of course. I need to do this sooner rather than later. Okay, so we're getting hit. So now I'm going to undo this. They have to quickly go find the weapon. Get in the tower. That's why I don't like it. We have a lot of illness going around. I believe it was smallpox. Dehydration. Interesting. Fractured bones. Oh, I moved the goods in, but I didn't do it right. Okay. It's been a while since I played. Okay. 99 to town storage. They're going to try to steal my monies. Ring that bell. Right, here they come. Nice. Nice. My gents over here fending off the village. There's a few lonely souls coming in. All right. So we're going to speed this up. I think this will be a doozy. They're not very tough. Oh, there's a lot of them, though. Luckily, the tower did get up. Let's slow down just a tad bit. Yeah, the tower did get up. So that's going to help us out tremendously. They're going for my goodies. So what you want to do when they're going for your goodies is pull in your army. And your army is just all of your hunters. They're very good, actually. Go to ×2 mode, speed this up a bit. Start sniping them. This is great because it pulls people off. They may have stolen some cash from me. Ooh, this guy's a little dicey. There we go. Got him. All right. Yeah, they're not going to get too far. Perfect. Got this guy over here. They got a good aim, too. Shooting from hecka far away. Boom. Okay. All the banditos should be gone now. They have a rebuild all button. That's really neat. They did destroy my lookout tower. Typhoid. Okay. That darn typhoid. Speed this up a bit. A forager might... Problem is the forager is going to get it... Oh, there's some bird nest up here. They did... Hold on a tick. They did increase the forager area, I think, in the patch notes for this. So let's check this out. If I were to get a forager, it could get this area. It's just not that... There's just not enough density. Yeah. But we did fend off everything. And we're slightly surviving. Alright, so we got nothing going here, which is dumb. Let's get them beans going. I'm going to move it here. There we go. Move the beans right there. They'll work on it. 14 people. I'll take them. We're at 47. We got a little bean issue here. That's not bad. Beans. I just realized... Okay, buckwheat, beans, peas. Okay, let's make sure it doesn't infect the turnips. All right, food, 14 new villagers. So what we need to do here is go on a haunt. Moving to destination. Shelter stocking. No, we need to go get us a boar. All right, they're going out to get the fruit. We're going to go get a boar. That's going to be 180 meat. All right, we got a boar over here. Let's get it. We'll probably buy some crossbows next. Oh, nice. They're eating my craps. It makes my job a little easier. Oh, no. There's deers right there. Okay, I'm going to bring this guy over up. Eating our crops. There we go. Got the deer. I have to get a fence up here in a moment. All right, let's turn off the tower. And it has not moved. It says they're in town storage. Ah, my bad. We need to get market focus. I keep forgetting they changed everything on me. Okay, market focus over here. There we go. Now we can upgrade it. That'll give us +1 per house. That's a pretty big deal. The graveyard is a must-have now. It's actually it's actually increasing our illness chance, having so many unburied. So I'm gonna place some over here. And we actually need to harvest this rock right here. And this one too. Let's get a couple hundred rock going. All right, 94 wood. Let's see. How are they doing over here? Let's get all the wood over here now. We have 15 laborers free. Not bad. Okay. So what I wanted to do is get up walls. All right. So we're going to do a combination system here. Combination of this and free flowing. Oh, it won't let you do it. Yeah, this stuff is still the same way, but that's okay. Yeah, defenses are still old school. But you can go sideways. And that's neato. Okay, so we got the whole area out. Let's get you here. You here. Now we can go out both ways. And that's going to cost us a lot of wood, but we'll get it all up and defended. Fortunately, I'm going to need at least one gatehouse here. We'll wall this in. 2 towers in here. It's a very simple design. And a barracks, I think. So the barracks you can place whatever way you want. I think we'll have a barracks over here. Or as a part of this. We'll need some defensive abilities for our trade town. I mean, that's the whole point of a trade town, is that you use your monies to make everything awesome. Bringing in the clay. All right, we're making good progress on the wall. Okay, looks like we killed ourselves a bear out here. Freak, man. All right. Okay, so wow, interestingly enough, I could get a school up right here. It look really out of place. Let's see, can I fit it in with the new system? No. All right, if they want to go to school, they got to go outside. That's the new rule. Go outside. Now we got to look for some clay. We may not have any, but I can always purchase it. We have a lot of sand. All right. Yeah, he has need of clay. He's selling other wares. Herbs are necessary to go to the next tier, so let's buy and transfer those. And let's quickly... Let's see. We can get up the little festival pole out here. There we go. Thankfully, we got that well out next to this building here. We're able to put that fire out. We got 6 individuals bringing in coal. Let's go down the line. Let's make sure we're bringing this in. Okay, 129 coal. All the coal should be going in. Another trader. All right, we probably need to start selling shoes. Like I said, this is where planks come in handy, actually. We're running out of trees pretty quick. We need to do some exploration. I'll take this gen over here. Oof. A lot of good stone potential here, which is surprising. But yeah, we're hurting. Okay, so we got stem rot, growing too many beans. Let's do cabbage. Yeah, just do the cabbage. Do it. All right, yeah. Put the cabbage there. They got a little bit of the stem rot here. That's fine. All right, we still got some rockiness here and fertility issues. We're barely holding on. We're running out of food. Oh, yes. We cleared this whole area out. And I got berries out the wazoo down here. So we will prioritize all of these. Okay, that will give us a good selection of food. There's even some hathorns down here we could get. All right, we got some shoes to trade. Oh, he left. Oh no, we got killed by a bear. He's attacking my work camp. All right. Well, it looks like we'll be eating bear tonight. Seeking weapons. Oh boy. Forestry is going to be next. We're going to need some points. We should probably get into the academy. We got to get the school up before we can get the academy. So we're going to need to buy 30 clay. We're going to need 88 gold for the festival pole. I think we got that. Got 146. All right, let's get that pole up. Get our people dancing. I'm just surprised. We've just been on the verge of death for so long. We need to go get a boar. This is such a harsh terrain here. I had to make it hard. I don't know. I like making it challenging. I played this game like a bajillion times. You gotta make it spicy. All right, boar sighted. We don't know where. There's one boar left on the spawn. There he is. Get him. Yeah, the boars aren't... Ah, they mess with the boar spawn timers, man. They used to be pretty thick. Got 2 deer right there. Got 1 deer here. Also, we're playing on the harder difficulty. I think that might have something to do with the spawn timers. The wolves are our only source of food right now. I'm gonna go down here and kill them. I won't destroy the hut. I'm just gonna take the meat. Beautiful. All right, we got a dancing pole. So we should try to get these guys to 30. All right. So what I'm thinking is start putting out the pretty stuff. Now, the old school small gardens have always been some of the better ones. They're not going to hit every house. Let's see, 2%. So this is a good spot right there. That will get all these gents right here. Okay, yeah, let's do 2 right there. Call it a day on that. We can get just a few houses up, because I did buy some herbs. And I honestly should have just kept the herbs in the trade post until I was ready. I'm going to transfer... It's too late. It's too late. They're already in circulation. Yeah, they already have the herbs. Okay, so we need to quickly operate. I made a mistake. Yeah, garden there. Garden there. Beautiful. Garden. Those 2 spots there. And garden. Okay, that should do it. Just enough boards for all that, and that should get us to 30. And we're going to fill this all in with gardens and plazas and all that jazz. Make it look pretty. There we go. Getting some upgraded houses. That'll give us a little bit more revenue. And we need a lot of trees being cut down right now. Nice. We actually have 2 months worth of food for once. I should probably let these trees just grow, but we need it. So we have 66. So we're going to use the trick that I told you guys about when you're in a situation like this, is it's expensive, but it pays off. It pays off. We're going to let all those grow to maturity, and that's going to be a lot of wood. It's going to be 9, at least 9 per. 6 people want to come here. Yeah, I'll take them. Can't feed them, but I'll take them. All right, they want the school, increase raider activity. Okay, look at that. Whoa, what happened back there? Oh, it got wonky. I don't like it. I don't like it, sir. And we're about to get attacked. I'm out here weirding out. Guess it's normal. Yeah, I think I'll do him there and then have it go side. Okay, I can live with that. Cut down all these trees around us. All the little guys, get 1 or 2 a pop from them. Okay, let's get some clay. Nice, he's selling clay at 5. We need 30. We need 155. Oh, I'm broke. Okay, well, let's hope another trader comes. Start placing items. We have a ton of coal for trade. We still have 13 herbs. I think we've upgraded a lot of houses. Now we still have a few gents down here who did not get the memo. It's time to be beautiful. Okay, 25. All right, let's see. 29, 26, 29, 31. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. That's going to get you gents where you need to be. There we go. Get the rest of the houses. Nice. Those ones are already upgraded. Get those up. Get those houses upgraded. All right. Yeah, so it's the terraforming actually that's throwing it off. So I'm going to terraform this up. Okay. I think we're in good shape. Low fertility here. Let's do some beans. Big kind. Then we'll do turnips, clovers, clean it up. And we're going to do a double clover cleanup in the 3rd. Okay, so this is how we're going to rotate everything. And this should put us in a situation where we have 0. So this year, this is going to be his nothing year. He's beans in the 2nd. So he's beans in the 3rd, which would mean this gent here, which should be beans in the 3rd. Okay. Clover's in the 2nd. He's clovers. Second. Okay. That's fine. Beans, cabbage. No, we don't want to do that. Cabbage has got a 4% fertility impact. And what's that? Buckwheat, beans, peas. Okay. He's going to be beans in the third. Cabbage. There we go. Yeah, just like that. This should work pretty well. Yeah, we're all screwed up. I'm going to have to wait till the winter. This guy over here, he's going to be my ace. I'm just going to start bumping him up. The fertility on these is so bad. Okay. Let's move this guy. Relocate him here. I'm going to get our farm up over here. Okay, that looks a little bit better. It's still a little wonkified, but that's okay. Okay, this is actually... Okay, let's do it. It's only one tile off. So now there's a Manage Buildings tab, so you can select walls, salvage. That's cool. So you can select multiple buildings. I should have done this before. All right. It's really easy to line things up. There we go. And then this is only one tile off. That's fine. I'll leave it, but we got this corrected now. And that gives me a little bit more space back here. Got the Fletcher, got the Cobbler. Okay. This is going to be a great farm. Another 10 by 5 up here, but they only take one worker each, so they're really great. 4 months worth of food. Okay, we're starting to come on the up and up. I got to get this cleaned up here too. I'm going to move... Ooh, I can't. Should move it over here. All right. These guys, I should move out. Ooh, they got nowhere to... They got no food. Okay, we got a boar spawn over here. Let's move both these gents over here and start boar farming. Okay, we're getting attacked by a predator. Ooh, we got a bear. Duh, bears. We're getting 24 a turn. I'm going to permanently turn this guy back on. Kind of thinking this would have been a good place for a barracks. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. I might be able to sleep tonight now. Probably not, but I can try. All right. I think we're going to terraform this. I'm going to need to move this graveyard. 88 gold. Ugh. Okay, let's put it over here. I think this is a good spot for our barracks. Okay, and we're going to finish this. I'm going to get both towers up. Let's get 2 individuals in these towers. We need to be ready for the next raid. We're making good progress, though. The place is coming along. Maximum 72 pop. This is a pretty decent-sized city, to be honest. And as long as I have 30 fertility, I can get away with a lot. That's 25. That's too crappy. It's 30 fertility here. Ooh, there's a good chunk area over there. I like to keep it close, though. And we got this area here, but we got the banditos. This would be the place to do it, though. And quite honestly, I don't think I have to worry too much about optimization because this is already pretty good. Probably have some more farming over here would be wise. Not too far of a jaunt. All right, I want to change up industry. Let's see. The saw pit needs to be at a certain place. This needs to be in a certain place. This needs to be in a certain place. It can be a little close. Okay. I'm going to place this here. I'm going to move this here. There we go. We'll take a road down like this. There we are. Move the firewood splitter down here. Okay. And I brought these guys far enough away from everybody. I think this is actually kind of a good setup right here. I'm going to place 4 families in here. I think planks are going to be more important. You know, so far we actually have more than enough wood. And those darn deer are eating my stuff. Okay. I think we're doing all right now. And I'll probably put some towers on other things. Nice, we're boar farming. They're out here killing the boars. That's going to be bringing back so much meat. So let's get the boars here. Get the deers down here. I think we're golden now. Okay, so we got that. So I'm going to get a fence. Too steep. All right, we need to clean this up. Got ourselves a new trader. He's buying shoes. 560. Perfection. Okay, we can buy a tome of knowledge. If I had more money, I would. We're kind of jumpstarting the economy right now. So let's look at the things they're buying. Clothing, soap, candles, raw gold. Probably getting up the gold mine and getting the forge up would be a smarter idea for us. So what we want to do is get up blacksmith forge. Let's see. Oh, the foundry. Yep, there we go. Boom. So foundry. So now with coal. Ooh, wooden bridges. That's neat. I know that they're working on a DLC, and they said that the first DLC they were going to do was for water and like ships and stuff. So I guarantee you that the next DLC is going to be like some water stuff. And that would be really neat to see if they can pull that off. I don't think an arborist would do too hot in here. We could do an arborist over. Wow, look at the fertilities over there. Oh, here we go. This is what we do on the other side. We do fruit trees. That would be huge. We're going to need to take this gen out. We got some goals. Okay. So he's not going to do any kind of food stuff right now. He's just going to get his life together. There we go. Kind of mix it up. There's a lot of weeds here, actually. So maybe we should... Yeah, 85. Wow. All right. And we need to fence this area in, because it is bad. All right. And it doesn't have to be a full fence in, actually. The deer will go around and stuff, but they're usually chased off by people. We'll do a sideways fence there. And we'll get a gate right here. It's good to have little gates all over so people can move about. I'm going to have a gate here with this road coming down. Perfect. I'm going to boot this down to 2 individuals. Kind of feel like we have enough wood for now. And I'm actually going to pull back on plank production for a little bit. I want to keep our wood lasting us. All right, let's pause real quick. All right, they're buying all the pelts. And they're selling clay. So we're going to buy and transfer. I'll put it right into the town. Let's sell these shoes. We get a chance. That should get us our school. All right, here they come. We have a couple towers. I'm going to put some more towers. I think we're going to put a barracks up here on a little hill overlooking. We can charge out with archers. Great, we have a fire. Perfect timing. Oh no, they're bringing a lot of people. 14. That's a pretty big raid for how little defenses they have. Come on, bell. You used to be able to just ring the fucking bell whenever you wanted, and now I don't know what they did to the game. There it is. They made some silly changes though. Okay. Yeah, we're hitting them pretty hard. This is a soft raid, so I think we're gonna do all right. The defenses are definitely doing a lot of the legwork here. The 2 towers just murked everyone trying. This is actually kind of cool because the towers are guarding both of the gates here. I didn't actually do that intentionally, and that is awesome. And we can always double wall if we feel the need to. Oh yeah, we just murked them all with that simple setup. Perfect. Okay, and we got the school up. So that's going to get us well over the 30% we needed. That's golden. Okay, and we're going to wait for these maples to go all the way. Yeah, 14 came. We only killed 3 and the rest of them ran. We got a knowledge point generated. Let's see. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. 15% at deep mine, 15 at mines. Nah. Smithing would be smart as heck if we can make tools and stuff. So we're going to need to buy some tools next. And over here... Alright, let's see. The compost man... See, he's in a happy spot right there. I think this is fine with the sideways road. I'm going to keep it kind of like this. We got the school and the plays outside, so it looks nice. Got the cutter down here. He's a little inefficient down here, but that's okay. No, it's not. It's going to drive me nuts. Let's put him back over here. All right, we're going to connect the fence here. There's a pathway out. We should probably just get all this stone. We have a lot of people sitting around doing nothing. So I'm going to put a thing through this. Harvest prioritization. 12 people want to come? Yeah, we'll take them. Got 2 months worth of food. Why not, right? I actually don't like the road here. I'm going to get rid of it because the road is fine right there. Okay, so this is all fenced in, protected. They can get into the top here. That's okay. The deer won't come this way majority of the time, so I think we'll be all right. Oh yeah, there's a ton of them who needed something to do. Holy cow. And we are going through the wood pretty quick now. Now that we got the school up, we can get up the academy. The academy is rather large. I'm going to put the academy right here. So we're going to need 500 gold, 120 stone, 50 planks. Okay, we got some of that. Villager has died. Illness, okay? And yeah, there's a lot of monies that we need. Let's get this going. But we have 408 coal. I just need one gent who wants to buy all that. We're going to be in some of the best shape ever. I should probably start making coats. The thing is we need to upgrade into trapping for our hunters. Small game will give us a lot of pelts, and those pelts are necessary for a lot of our production. All right, this guy has nothing for me. Nothing. There's always that little RNG aspect of this game. It's like, who's going to buy my crap? All right, we got 485 gold, and we need 159. I'm going to put 183 into the town. And we're going to get up our first education academy. That's going to help us out a lot. There we go. Okay, so if we had paper, we'd be doing better, but we don't. I'm going to crank it up to 6, because education really is important. That's a monthly cost of 8. Pretty expensive, but we can afford it. All right, Trader 2 is buying my shoes, at least. That's 364. And let's take a gander. So if I want to upgrade this, we need it in the tech tree, 560 bricks and 100 planks. Yikes. I think we're gonna have to get up. I think we're gonna have to shoot for forestry next. I need the money. One thing we actually need right now are heavy tools. Totally spaced on that. And no one is selling them, because we want to get up that foundry. The blacksmith will take 1 heavy, and the foundry will take 1 heavy. All right, we're going to hit tilde. We're going to free place it. Look at that. We're free placing, guys. Oh my gosh. At least 600 hours more gameplay there. It's cool. It's cool, all right? I mean, it is neat, but I think the DLC, like, what we really need is a little bit more content. New buildings. Gunpowder. I don't know, anything, right? Or like samurais. Go a whole new build set. That's, that's the kind of thing that's going to add, I think, to the gameplay. All right, we got it all over the place. I'm actually okay with our all over the place farming. It's kind of funny. I mean, people are, very, very hungry, but I'm having a good time. Oh boy. Okay, does anyone have clovers in the third? Yeah. 3 different farms of clovers in the third. Okay. So we should have clovers in the second. And then we will have nothing in the third, since so many people are producing. And over here, we will do beans. All right, this will yield very well for us. And then this guy he's got a lot of work left. Okay, so what we need to do now is get this gold ore coming in. Ooh, we can get 2 veins right here. That's so much freaking gold, man. Okay, we'll come up, around. There we are. All right, it's definitely helping out with our education rate to have all those gents doing that. Now, if we want to go to the next one, we are going to have to get to tier 3. If we want to get the next area of housing, we need candle production. That can be done. I think we should probably get into candle production. So, candle shop. I'm going to place up here. There we go. Have a nice little road going into it. Oh, Frontier Jesus. What shall I do with you? Can I place decorations around here? Slightly. This is like so weird. There's like definitely going to be overlapping errors, I think. But I'm going to get some maple trees in here. It's going to be a little costly, but it's going to look beautiful. Let's send a little bit of money into the town to help with these bills. Villager has died from illness. Perfect. Okay, we got 1 technology. We're 1 away from forestry now. And forestry is going to require some bricks. We have the bricks from our previous purchase and boards and 15 iron. Now that is going to be the problem. And yeah, we're going to have to get into it because the trees are not coming back anytime soon. Boy. Yeah, 40%. It's not going to be perfect, but you know what? Our needs are so little. This is coming along nicely, though. And our fertilities are still pretty low. 41, 37, 32. I mean, they're going to build up over time. This one's at 48%. Eventually, it will get up in the high 80, 90s. It just takes about 10 to 20 years on this fertility factor. The compost is coming in. Lowest fertility, smallest field first. Yes, sir. They got some better options. And, of course, a drought. Because why not? It's like, there's been a drought like every other year. All right, I'm going to get this road going out to the west. Oh, crap. I just realized there's banditos over there. Never mind. All right. I think we've done a great job. Now, getting up forestry is a wise decision. Getting up a barracks, taking out this gent to the west would open up a lot of resources, like another boar spawn. We have gold trickling in, and that's going to be a good trickle. Let's check out. We have 8 free laborers. So once we get a foundry up, then you start printing your own money. And that's pretty amazing. But we need 112 and 1 heavy tool. So we're going to wait for that to come in. We definitely need more people. We're losing a lot of people to illness right now, surprisingly. Let's see how many folks? 27 people from the elements and other wolves and boars and bears and everything. I think we're going to keep things a little simple, though. I think maybe just doing the gold smelting is probably where we need to be. Though I will say it's not always a lot. I would really like to buy some of these baskets right now. I'm going to do it. That's a must-have. Let's sell them some shoes. All the shoes. We're going to have to walk around barefooted for a while. Okay, we also need iron. I'm going to let them rebuild all our boards. We've built out a lot of stuff. Let's put a little bit of money into the town. 23. I just want to jumpstart this little purchase over here. I left us just enough money to buy a heavy tool. So we're looking for iron. Ooh, we can buy crossbows. All right, he's buying all that honey. There's 384 right there. I could buy some herbs for upgrades. I don't think we need it. I could buy clubs. Ooh, they upped the price of clubs. They're 21 now. Okay, I'm gonna buy 6 crossbows. The hunters, for the hunters to use crossbows, the last patch they made you manually select that ability. Ah, no, that's right. They made it. Okay, we're getting attacked. We have to go into our policies, and hunters and guards can use crossbows. That has to be enabled. Okay, if you want the people in these towers, anyone, tower people are guards, hunters are your hunters. All right, I gotta find the bell on this thing. I think people are abusing it, and they took it out. They're always doing weird stuff like that, man. There's like, how do we make the game less fun? It's just like, why are you doing that? Who cares if people are exploiting it? Let them. If you don't want to, then don't do it. There we go. Okay, we got people in here. Yeah, because this is kind of frustrating, not being able to get my guys in on time. And I'm probably going to get some back towers. Oh, they're going to come in and start popping my fences. Okay, yeah, we ran through them. But there's another wave coming from over here. Okay. Yeah, at some point I'm going to have to get into buckwheat and bread production. I think that will, but we need to get the forge up, all that jazz. He's beating on my root cellar, sir. Stop it. Get away from it, you weirdo. There we go. One of the hunters came over here. Nice, he's using the crossbow that I just purchased too. Oh, he missed. There we go. Interesting animation for the crossbow there. Let's just speed this up. There we go. We got him. Bingo. We're back in business. Oh no. Oh no. Cholera. Not good. Okay. The thing is we can't afford medicine right now. we're not in good shape. We need to bring in more money. I need 1 heavy tool, sir. Once I can start printing money, I can afford anything. Okay, so we got 4 people there. We got 6. We probably don't need as many people on coal. I'm going to take some out. Okay, we won. We got the forester now, but we're going to need the monies. There's a lot of tech left. Yeah, let's get the monies. So now we just need a little bit of iron. 15 iron, and we're ready to go on forestry. It will take a bit for that to come into play. I think it's time to cut down these trees for sure. Oh, they're at 6. It's cool. I'm just going to cut them down because we need the wood. All right. For some reason, they're being sassy with me. I don't like it. It looks like they're fending off the disease as decently as they can. Yeah, they're not liking this build site, I don't think. Let's try prioritizing it and getting somebody on it. But you saw how it kind of clipped between the road and the area. We have 5 in the it could be the money situation too. Let's maybe it's the money. I'm just gonna throw a big old wad in. We'll get the money placed in there. Yeah, there we go. It was just money. Cool. I'm gonna get some trees up though. They just look nice. Maples are the best looking tree in the game. I always plant maples for that reason. All right, 12 people want to come. I'll take them. I've always been impressed just by how horribly you can run a city and people still just want to come there. Like, come on in. All right, there we go. Getting that wood. Got another tech. Let's see. Let's think. Animal husbandry would be good. Unlock hay crop. Okay, let's do that. We're definitely going to want to get up a granary. Yeah, let's just do that right here. Now, this is the scary part, is where do you build it? I know we want to get a chicken coop up. Chicken coops are amazing for producing meat. Okay, so we're going to get this up over here. Starting to buckwheat. We need to definitely get our industry up, so heavy tools. So not only are we going to want a foundry, we're also going to want a blacksmith forge. I'm going to place that right here at the side. Let's give you another 300 gold. We might as well just start getting an idea of what everything's going to cost. We're going to need more boards, more planks. So let's boot that up. Now you need a 200 pop in order to hit tier 3. That's not going to happen. So we're just going to have to exist off of this. I also want to get a barracks up here momentarily. There we are. There's our banditos over there. And we're getting attacked by predators. Ooh. Yeah, we need to get the healers hut up. This isn't going to work. The hunters could not take the bear. Oh, good lord. Who is this dude?
Work to be done.
A laborer just out here chilling? Okay. We have 11 gold. All right, let's do a proper boar farming. Now, the boar farming won't be too easy because, you know, they didn't make it easy for us. They've nerfed boar farming substantially. But what you do is you just place a lookout tower out here. We don't have any money. Okay. So, yeah, these gents aren't going to make it. And we can't afford a healer's hut. It's too expensive right now. We'll get it up here momentarily, though. I'll probably get it up here in the back corner. All right, we got a trader coming into town. That's fantastic. Okay. He has nothing of value. Absolutely nothing of value. All right. So we should try to get a... so there's some good... ooh, there's some good grazing areas right here. There's good grazing over here. Putting your chickens with your apple orchards and stuff is actually really smart. You can fence it in and utilize the terrain. So I think that's what we do over here. But we got to get rid of this bandit camp. This isn't a tough bandit camp. Not by any means. So there's just a lot of different projects. Let's make sure that we're fully ready to trade. We don't have too much going on here. We're going to disable construction on this guy because we want to get the foundry up first. All right, this guy has heavy tools at 250, but he's not purchasing anything. I do have gold here I could trade, so let's do that. Trade some gold ore. This goes against my better judgment, but some boards. We just need to get 2 heavy tools, and then we can produce our own heavy tools. I'll get some iron mines up. And we have everything we need to be successful here. We have our own coal coming in. We have so much coal that we can just mine it forever. Let's get a second individual into trade post to speed this up. All right, 154, because that's one tool. Buy and transfer. I'm not going to trade the baskets because I purchased those baskets, so we're going to keep that. We got 55 days. Come on, guys. Make it happen. Here we go. 14 gold. 154. We're just a bit shy of the 250, but I think we'll get there with the boards. Oh, got another piece of gold. And yeah, that this bear over here is becoming a huge pain in my ass. So let's send... I was hoping he would just go away. Usually the bears, they get their jollies off and then they just go. They go away. This bear, and occasionally some bears, they stay. Alright, so we're going to send this force up here. I'm going to pause real quick. Check in over there. Nope. Okay, where are you, bear? Okay, so the bear did scamper off. We're going to track him down and put him out of his misery. He's probably actually having the time of his life, but yeah, he's causing a ruckus. Can't have a ruckus going on. And why are they taking so freaking long? Let's go to 0 on this. Maybe they're getting stuck. I need them to take these boards here soon. We got 6 days. Okay, whew, we got it just in time. 28 boards. That gets me one more tool. Perfect. All right, so multiple things have to occur now. We need a little bit of cash for this gentleman here. And we also need to get up a iron mine. And we can do that. We can do it right here, but we need to get this slope right. So let's do a couple passes of the terraforming tool right here. We got all our mines in one spot, which is awesome. We got, let's get 2 in the wagon shop now. We're kind of low on people. We got some kind of disease. Typhoid. A little bit of typhoid going around. Once I get a better economy, once I start manufacturing the gold ore and the foundry. Okay, here we go. This is where the money starts rolling in. And we can start making gold ingots into cash. So now we can print our own money. We have 1 research. Let's come over here. We could increase our mining speed. We could unlock the healer's house, which we're not prepared for yet. Could increase research speed at the academy by 15%. That's probably a good one to do for us right now. Since, especially because we don't have any paper. It's really expensive to make flax, so we'll have to potentially just put up a random field somewhere. We'll call that the flax field. What you do with that situation is like you just run flax on it, and then it's just clovers all other time. So you can get away with certain things in the worst environment there is, but you just have to be very purposeful. You have to, like, everything has to have a purpose. You can't just willy-nilly. Okay, so let's see. We have beans in the second. We have beans in the third. We have no beans in the first. Okay, so this gent here is forever going to be beans in the first, and we'll leave him to what he's doing. Okay, we have 1 beans in the first. This guy's going full beans, and this gent over here is doing his little dance. I'm just gonna let him keep doing this because it's like slightly working. Okay, at least we got that 1 wolf, and we still have some capacity over here in the graveyard, so that's good. We need a little bit of dough over there. We got this terraformed probably as much as it needs to be. Beautiful. Okay, so we don't want to go too crazy here. Let's terraform this down a little bit so it slopes just right. Make it easier for people to get up and down. Get ourselves out a little sideways road. Other than that, this is looking sharp. I think I'm just going to clean up some of the terraforming around here. A little weird. It's a little choppy. I don't like it when it's choppy like that. We're going to just flatten it, make it look neat. Okay, firewood cutters at good capacity there. We just need a few more individuals. We probably have a lot of kids right now. Oh wow, we have no kids. Huh. That's a first. Fit to work 49 out of 52. Very good. We lost too many people to that bear. It was a sad day. Let's go boar farm since we're at like 1 month of food. That will give us a big chunk right there. These crossbows were definitely a big help. I would always recommend you purchase the crossbows if you have the money for it. It's a good investment. I could turn off these guys to raise a little bit more money. I'll probably do that because that's a lot of money we're spending on those 2 towers. I'll just turn them on when we get raided. There's a need of 133. So let's see. Oh, nice. We got the candle shop going. Definitely have 2 families in there, but right now we can only afford 1. In the trade, we have 93 coins. I'm going to throw all that into the town, speed this up. Let's see what we got going on over here. We have 8 out of 8 people building. I'll put that down to 6 maximum builders. That way we get a few more laborers. Once they're done building, they always all go into laborers. But what I found is you want to build things up very, very quickly. That's why you'll see me in previous videos and all my videos heavily increasing the amount of builders that can be pulled from the labor pool. Because the faster they're done means the faster that whatever they're working on is producing, right? Otherwise, it could take, 20 freaking years, and you lost out on all that production. All right, so there's coal. There's that. Let's prioritize this. And let's start printing money at a 3-to-1 ratio. Ooh, we got another research point. Okay, so I think for this, we are going to put it into mining speed. That will help us out. Perfect. We're having one heck of a time keeping these people fed. The bear really did a number on us because they were not pulling in any kind of meat whatsoever. Are there any boars? It says 2 boars. Okay, and the boars wander around now. So sometimes you have to... Ooh, there's a lot of deer over here. Let's just... Oh, there's that boar. Yeah, these are 180 meat, so... The boar are worth... Is that a freaking bear? Oh, boy. Okay, we got to take the bear out with our crossbow unit. Yeah, that was a good catch. All right. The bears are pretty lame for meat, I think. All right, we'll get the boar carcass. It's just a regular Ooh, another boar spawn. So we got 2 boar spawns right here. What we should do is probably move the hunters over here, but the further away we get, the more likely I'm going to need a temporary shelter. And that's a logistical cost I just don't really like too much. Okay, we got a trade coming in. There we go. Getting that iron ore. And we got I think right now we're going to say no to the iron and yes to the gold. Maximize the gold. Let's pump this so we're just producing gold here. Let's get this. Okay, we got 4 people I can pull. That's good. And planks, put that down to 2. Let's just start making some money here. Nice. They're going to buy all my honey. And we have shoes. They have clay. We're going to need some of this. A little bit. I don't have anything else that I really want. We should probably pull in a little bit more rock. Some stone. But if we can get our money printing, we can get the barracks up. And then we can go take out that bandito camp. Get the chickens going. Get the apple orchards going. And that's going to have a much better result for us. And unfortunately, I'm having to manually control the hunters. There was a time where the hunters were really good. And with like 3 to 5 hunters, you could feed easily 50, like 3 hunters could feed 50 people. You didn't even need farming. And they heavily nerfed it. And I've always thought that that was actually kind of silly. I understand why they did it, but you'll see that the hunters just kind of chill out now. They don't go out and hunt that often. They're incredibly lazy. All right, so I got 7 planks here I can sell. Yeah, I see planks sell for a lot. So wood is a good one. Now, we were going to get into forestry. We need iron ingots. I totally spaced on that. No one's sold me iron yet. Ugh, okay. There's so many things. It's like so many competing priorities. So no gold ore. You got the gold ore right here, my friend. I know I sold a bit of it, which kind of hurt my soul. All right, so the blacksmith we're going to pull out of, and we're not going to make tools or swords, and we're going to cap how many heavy tools we make at any given time. It's, a lot, 15 per. We don't need all of that. So I'm going to put it at a 3-to-1 ratio because at some point I will increase this, but we're going to turn it off for now. We'll make our own heavy tools, and that will allow us to expand rather quickly, especially when you're dealing with a small population. And we're losing people to disease and bears. Okay, and this work camp over here is not really doing that much. We're going to turn the work camp off over here. I need to kind of consolidate my labor pool. We only have 4 laborers now and a lot of mining. Let's go back to the trade. Okay, we have nothing of value. I mean, the herbs would be great, but once I start printing that money, everything's going to change for us. Okay, I think we're right where I need to be. Got ourselves another research point. So let's take a gander. Compost yield, honey and wax production. Those are all really good ones. Increased capacity of wagons is a good one. Agricultural adaptation yields, artificial selection. That's a good one. I don't see anything that's kind of striking me, so I'm going to hold off until I have an idea. I like to kind of sit on my points until I have a precise idea of what I want to do with it. Yeah, we need more laborers to pick up this food. We're at a danger point. So I think we can go down to 2 individuals here in the coal because we already have a stack of 5 and a couple hundred coal in storage. 125 coal. And that's decent enough. Okay, the iron mine's there. Get the gold mine going. The coal mine's going. Let's pull in. I'm going to change my mind and we're going to do a 1-to-5 ratio. So eventually I'll get the iron I need. We don't even have enough people to get, even if I got the forester up, I don't have enough people to man it. But I need to start getting those iron ores going. Or you know what? Yeah, let's just buy it. And we're kind of like at this inflection point. I'm going to change my mind. Where it's probably better if we just buy the things we need. Okay. So once we get enough gold, it should be relatively soon. There we go. Look at that. Items produced last year. Oh, it's not populating in my monthly gold anymore. It used to be a part of your monthly reoccurring, and now they've made a lot of changes since I last played on 1.0. I actually am glad they took it out because it is misleading. Like, you don't know if you're breaking even just off of your natural taxes. There you go. Now we have 479, so we're rich. So listen, I mean, I could just buy the gold I need. All right, we're going to throw all of it into the trade town. Yeah, we can just buy the ingots. So let's just sit here and let's just maximize the production of this. Let's take a gander. We got 5 laborers. We do need to start getting heavy tool production. One thing that we're going to need to get up is a windmill, and I'm going to place the windmill. Oof, doesn't want to be too close to everybody here. Oh, they kind of, it looks like the desirability's got really good radius now in the windmill. They're always tweaking stuff. I want to kind of put it right here. So I'm going to relocate this well. A 34% bonus to a 28. No, let's do it to a 33%. Let's try to put the well right, or sorry, the windmill right here. Yes, 14 people. Thank God. Got 4 months worth of food. We just got a big chunk of people. Now I can properly start getting these things going. Okay, we're in a good space now. I'm gonna start pulling in some iron. Get that going. All right, we're not pulling in gold. We got pretty much all the gold done. So I'll put 1 rank in iron, and I'll boot this up to 6 gold. That way, if they have no gold here, they'll just switch over to iron production. A villager has died. Illness. Okay. So if we import... This is what sucks when you play on the harder difficulties and you don't have an herb. Not having herbs is causing so many fatalities. Like, we basically have to purchase that. Infinite sand and glassware is a massive moneymaker. Probably one of the best moneymakers in the game. You'll actually get to a point where it's cheaper to buy the sand than to have all the people working. Like, you can literally just have a glass maker and buy sand and print money that way. It's one of the easiest ways to make money in the game. And you can see over here, we're going to need another cemetery. There we go. 13 stone. That's not too bad of a cost. And we'll get this rock. Let's see. How many people do we have? 13. I'm going to boot up our max builders to 8. Since we have 13. We don't have too many building projects, so we're in good shape. I'm going to place 2 people here. You know what? Yeah, let's get it going. 4 people in the iron. Oh, we're doing great. And yeah, I feel like they've done something with how quickly you're getting gold. So we produce 44 gold ore. Right now we have 8 in storage. We're gonna put this to a 3-to-1 ratio. Just They're just not doing a good job. The gold isn't coming in as fast as it used to. They must have nerfed. 45 is pretty good. It's not bad. We got an, oh yeah, look at that. We got another 442. So we're printing gold now. This is going to be a big deal for us here momentarily. But it's coming in chunks, so that's good because now we can focus on, because we got coal production, back up, 6 people in the iron mines, leaves me 8 total workers. We can go up 9 more folk. Let's see, is everybody a tier 2? Yes, everybody is tier 2. So 75 is going to be the max pop for this. And we'll kind of maneuver things around here. Eventually we won't need so many miners. And education, let's pull 2 people out of there. All right, we're going to increase the health of palisade walls. That way we can get into stone walls. Stone walls make designs like that. Like, stone walls are superbly more powerful than wood. Before, there used to be like, it used to be really easy to get through stone walls, but they've made them so beefy now that, yeah, if you can get a stone wall up, you've won. It takes them forever unless they bring siege equipment, but that's why you have to have a barracks. But we can get sword production. I can get an armor up here too. So with the armor, we have to unlock it, but that would give us the ability to start producing shields and armor, make our guys a little bit more beefy. All right, they're getting some stone. We're getting low on wood. Let's place 2 people back in here, and let's move the radius to this zone here. Some trees over there. All right, we got it going on now. We produced 20 iron ore last year. Got a new trader. Okay, we should have the iron we need to upgrade, but it's not populating because it hasn't been moved yet. Oh, dude. Yeah, he's got 22 and he's buying all. Okay, so he will buy that. We should not be putting any gold ore in here anymore. Let's transfer that back. So what's he got? Heavy tool at 523. That's too pricey. As you saw, we got it for 250 before. He's selling cheap stone. We have a lot of that. He's selling clubs. These are actually pretty beneficial to get. So we'll buy like 9 of them. And we could sell shoes to him. I'm not going to. I'm going to continue to sell coal because he's the first guy who's purchased it. Okay, so we got 3,200. Let's buy knowledge points since they're becoming a little bit harder to get. No, we can get into stone. And we can upgrade our towers, but that's not beneficial. 10 health for all building. Deep wells. 15% construction speed. Rat catcher. I haven't had to put one up yet. Scientific method. Healer's hut. Coal fired. Oh, we got the next tier. Cool. Upgraded trade center. That's the smartest one to do. Let's do that. That's a really, really smart one to do. Basically, we'll get more merchants with more money. And so we can sell more to them. It's really, really good. But it's going to cost a lot of money. All right, we're producing heavy tools now. Oh, that's where it's going. It's going into the heavy tools. That's okay. All right, they're buying all my honeys. He has herbs. So when you have money like we do now, that's when you start buying the herbs. This is going to cut down on our problems a lot. We're going to purchase some soap. Not a whole lot of it, just enough for a couple people, right? And we should probably get up a tanner. We actually have food now. As our fertility, as the fertility grows here, we're going to have more and more and more food. You see we're at 46%, we're at 49, 40%, 37, and 48. And that's really good. I mean, we're making some progress here. It can take up to like 20 years because this is capped at 0.24. So you don't get 1% or 3%, right? You're getting 0.24% increase. So this guy over here can never grow anything but beans, really. And that sucks. But we have more gold than I know what to do with. We got 8,000 gold here. So he's got 11,000 gold to pull from. Over here, he's got 1,700. We can come over here for 10,000 iron. We got 12,000 sand. So if I do get a glassmaker up here in a moment, that's another good trade item. The money is just flowing in now. I'm going to put all of it into Trade Town. So we're going to use the money we're printing to continuously buy improvements. So I'm going to buy more soap. I'm going to buy a few more herbs. I'm not going to buy any medicine because it's, well, I don't have a healer's hut for it. Villagers died. Illness? Yeah. So the herbs and the soap should help with the cleanliness issues. We don't need any hide coats quite yet. People have enough of them. I'll sell my honey to... Oh, he's gone. Okay. Well, he's great. And to upgrade, we need 60 bricks, 500 gold. There we go. Let's upgrade this gent over here. And we're going to want to get a road up to this. So I'll just make a road here. This will help with the wagon. They do travel faster on roads. Got a building on fire. Always a building on fire somewhere. Yeah, we'll be able to upgrade the basic wells now because we got money, we got iron. Let's revisit the heavy tools and set this to 4 so that it's not blowing through all of our iron. And now we can also try to get up a windmill. And if we can get into bread production, that's going to be a huge win. So we need 250 flax. Okay. Let's find somebody who can do this. So someone's going to... Yeah, this guy right here. He's going to take an L. Got 30% next year. Let's look. It has great heat and frost resistance. So we can put it at the beginning of the year. Cap it off. This actually might be my flax field, to be quite honest. Because what you can do... I mean, beans are great, right? You go with beans. And then you can clear off any weeds or rockiness, and then we'll do that. There you go. Now you have a good field. A little bit of food, a little bit of flax. And then we'll start getting buckwheat going here momentarily. We lost a little bit to rot, which is really unusual. We're actually overkill on these fields. Substantially overkill. And we'll be able to upgrade our hunt. Now that we have iron, we'll be able to do traps and bring in more pelts, a little bit more meat. You see we're sitting real pretty right now. It's not even, it's a lot of meat actually, yeah, 191. Which means they're probably starting to finally get these boars hunted. No, they're not. There's 3 boars up there, so they haven't killed one. Interesting. Well, they're doing a good job. And that's all that matters. All right, so we have the heavy tools to replace everything. We got, I mean, they're doing a good job of the wolves down here. I think there's multiple wolf dens. So that's bringing in good pelts and meat. Yeah, we can start upgrading things. This is going to be very good for us. And traps aren't too crazy expensive. Where I think we should probably put the traps. Oh, we got our forester. Okay. So this is going to be important. We're going to put them on a 3-to-1 plant cut. Well, actually, there's nothing to cut. So I'm going to go into some detail here because I did a guide on plant ratios and forester camps. Let me just put something in perspective here. This only really matters at the beginning. Once you have everything planted and as soon as they cut something down, there's nowhere else to plant anything. Like if you've planted every cell, and they'll go and they'll plant that. So eventually you're going to be at 1-to-1 ratios once you fully do an area. All this really helps you with is the beginning aspect of, so if I had trees to cut down, I'd be more apt to say, okay, 3-to-1. So, you know, they cut a tree down, they replant it, and then they're also planting a future tree. That way we're slowly expanding the farm, making it more productive. So in this situation, there really aren't that many trees. So I'm going to put them at 6-to-1 for that reason. So we're going to plant 6, cut down a tree. Plant 6, cut down a tree. That's the idea. It doesn't exactly work that way, but it gets pretty close. So we want to try to put ourselves in the best fertility area. I think the best fertility area actually is right here. Okay, so what I want to do is position us better. So we're going to actually come up here. I'm going to get a road that connects over here instead. We're going to delete this road. All right, let's get a road here though. There we go. It's good to have roads for your hunters. Especially, I should have probably put roads back here a long time ago to speed things up for them. Go there, there we go. Okay, once that gets flat enough, it's best usually to put it in the center, but whatever. It's all good. There we go. And typically I would, in an area like this, do a couple things. A temp shelter, so they don't have to go back, especially with the mines and stuff here. So let's flatten this area here. This actually would have been a good spot for a barracks. More so than that spot, but that's okay. All right, so we're good here. And once they're done flattening the terrain there, we'll be golden. Okay, yeah, so our 6-to-1 ratio. Okay, here we go. So we got good grazing areas here. All right. But yeah, I honestly, so there is a mod for a higher speed mode. Like you can go to ×10 to ×15. The problem though at ×10 and 15 is diseases of both the people and the plants accelerate. So the game just breaks. Like you can have 5 people who are infected and then it'll be like everybody within a matter of like 30 seconds. So I don't know. There's a lot of issues that they would have to solve to go faster than ×5, but the game has a pretty slow pace now. And we got a lot of pelts. And we could buy some soap. And we printed so much money. I'm going to pull it in. And remember that money weighs quite a bit. So when you have a lot of money in your town, it's going to take up almost all of your storehouse. And so, yeah, we have a lot of gold. So a healer's hut would be wise at this point. Is any of this from manufacturing? Probably all of it. 100. Okay, we need to unlock the healer's hut. That's right. There we go. All right, so we're going to get a healer's hut up. Right here in the back. Another villager has died from illness. All right, so we got to get a healer up. We have some excess people, and there's not much I can do with them. They're just going to have to, figure it out. And why do we have someone in here? Okay, so we need to get a bread maker up now. The bakery. I'm going to place the bakery. Yeah, this is a good spot right here. Get a good little bonus from that. Some unhappy villagers are leaving. That's okay. Too much space. Okay. Ooh, geez Louise, we got another bear out here. Okay. It's time. It's time, and I should have done this a while ago, to fence in these areas in the top here. There's actually some really good strategies people have used in the past for this. I'm going to implement them here shortly. One is, oh, geez. Yeah, it's so weird having sideways roads. There we go. One is to fence in your hunter camps. So if they run back from like a bear spawn, or a boar, or if they're just running in general, they can retreat back into here. Now that we have the repair all button, another thing we've been asking for, not just me, everybody's been asking for that for ages. That is honestly one of the greatest things they've added in a long time. It's my favorite new function in all of this is the repair all button. Okay, so we're sitting pretty. Let's order a few more clubs. It's a good early game weapon. It's better than your fist. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, we need to continuously pull that in. We need to buy more bricks and upgrade our storage. But yeah, use your trade post as your gold storage for a bit. Make sure we're removing families from these buildings we're not using. Okay, so now it's time. In any of the off seasons here, we're going to add buckwheat. Buckwheat has great heat tolerance. It's good middle year. There we go, buckwheat. We got 3 buckwheats going. And since it can last 2 years, it's all right to place pretty much anywhere. Yeah, this is our whatever guy. He's got a 24. Yeah. We'll do buckwheat and 1 year of recovery for him. He should be good. This guy down here, I'm going to turn this off for him. We're just going to keep getting his fertility up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him yet. We're running low on food. Okay, so you can see here, we have some protective area. Let's go get this boar over here. Oh, God. Oh, good Lord. That boar just took out everybody. His buddy wasn't even there to help him out. Whoopsie daisy. Now we got an enraged boar just attacking. Here we go. Okay, that will give us some food. We have ourselves a drought. We definitely need to get into farming ASAP. Okay, so we got the baker over here with 1. We're going to place 1 in the windmill now. And we're going to start getting some buckwheat coming in the future years. I'm just going to leave them there. I like to kind of set it and forget it. We have 11 laborers. How are we doing over here in forestry? Okay, look at that. And these are going to be really bad. White fir trees. Oof, worst. But you know what? It's a source of infinite spruce trees. Okay. It's a source of infinite wood. So we can't complain too much. Okay, we have a temporary shelter now. They'll bring food and all types of jazz here. So they're going to want food and water up here. So if you want to prevent them from going into the town, just place a well and a temp shelter. That will keep them very productive. All right, the next step, since we have all this money, is to get the barracks up. And we do have stone capabilities now. Perfect. Okay, so I just need to get the idea here. Now we can wall this off, make it pretty. We have 209 stone. Yeah, so we need to go on a stone hunt. Now, the best way to do this, the most efficient way to do this, is to get up a work camp and move that work camp around and just set it to only mine stone. That's what we're going to do. Because they'll bring the stone back to the work camp and the wagon will come pick it up. It's the most, I mean, you're talking like 3 to 4 to 5 times more efficient than just having people go out there by hand. The transportation is just faster. Oh yeah, we're going to get drought tolerance up. This is a big one for this region. Sustainable forestry. Yeah, drought tolerance for sure. This will help us out a lot. And getting the fruit trees is going to be huge because this is some of the best fertility. Honestly, the fruit trees over here, some of the best fertility that we had. Then we'll fence it in. We'll get chickens out there. Like a little chicken paradise, right? Get this road out. Hopefully that doesn't anger. It might actually anger the gods over there. Let's hold up. We'll have the coop and our fruit out here. We only got one lookout tower. So once this is built up here, we're going to be golden. Let's get one more terraforming out. And then we can flatten the area around it. That area right here is pretty beefy. Let's do this. So we're flattening the terrain around it to give it a nice little slope. Up a tick. See where the walls go. Best to kind of have an idea of what you're doing first. Okay. So wall piece here, 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 and here. Okay. I'm going to get those up as placeholders. It just helps me when I'm terraforming. And we can now recruit. So we have a good chunk of cash. Got some traders coming. Let's see what goodies they have. I'd love to buy some more crossbows. Otherwise, I'll just upgrade the Fletcher and build my own here. All right, we are producing candles. Let's buy some grain. I know it seems silly, but that will help us get our food production going quite substantially. We could buy paper, but it's really expensive right now. Let's sell some shoes. Boom. We could buy a few more baskets, which I think is a wise idea. They're really cheap. Just get a store of baskets. Okay. We're in good shape here. Now over here, we're going to recruit. Ooh. They're a little expensive now. We do not have enough villagers available. Okay, we only have 8. All right, let's look. We got the mining. The mining's a little intense right now. Let's bring the mining down to 4 here. 6 over here. 2 on coal, I think, is sufficient. Okay, we're in good shape. I'd really like to purchase our chickens. And so far, we've not been fortunate. We could purchase another tech point. That's a good idea. Let's do it. Got a lot of iron. All right, we got money in the town. Let's place most of it in the trade post. Raid camp is attacking our villagers over here. Okay. Got ourselves another knowledge point. So let me think. Yeah, we could get armory production up. 30% durability for tools. We're not even producing tools yet. This is so freaking important, though. We're gonna do this. The durability for tools. Oh my gosh. So we want to start producing tools now. So we're not gonna produce. So one of the best ways to do this, and you definitely need tools. We're gonna set a quota of 50. Is to import the tools first, especially if you can find someone who's cheap. They can keep a baseline, but it's really hard for them to continuously get more and more in. So we'll probably import some tools here. And right there, they are no. Sometimes you have trade and sell, so you need to check that out. We don't have it. All right, we may or may not make some mistakes here now. Recruitment cost is okay. Recruit all. We need to send a little bit of seed money. We're gonna get rid of the majority of these archers when time comes. Let's let them all get their weapons. With crossbows, we should be able to snipe. I'm gonna do a wide gate here because I think it looks cool. I've never used the wide gates before either. And we're gonna seal this in. The melee units are honestly really cool though. They do a lot of damage. Okay. Getting our little tower out. So that tells me we want to pull this down here, and then this tile will go sideways. So you want to have at least one sideways tile area. You don't pull on it. You pull everything around it, and then that contorts the entry points. Yeah, that will do it. Okay, so we need to be very quick here. Let's get everybody out. And once we get this yeah, these guys are well armed. Once we get this handled, we can retreat back to these towers right here. Okay. Crap. Okay. It's not letting me snipe anymore. Let me see. Are they all using bows? Ugh. None of them have crossbows. Let me see. Maybe the hunters can come over here and help. I know some of the hunters have our old inventory. Okay. I'm going to bring them over here. No, he can't help either. Okay. Well, there's... Yeah, they took sniping out of the game, so that's going to make this difficult. But we can kind of run and gun it. Just tap it a little bit, tap it a little bit. It doesn't really heal. It's going to be a little bit more costly. Okay. Yeah, this is technically working. Except for this guy back here. He needs to go back. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to kind of tap it. Ooh, we tapped it too long. Too long. I was close. All right. And they are healing. It's just, you know, a little slow. I'm just... That's what you do with this game. You test old methods and you invent new ones. Okay. Yeah, they're getting a little hurt. For some reason, they're doing a lot better over here. There we go. Okay. This guy got a little too jacked up. Let's tap that tower one more time. Pull him out. Let him heal. And we'll just rinse and repeat. Okay, here we are. Look at that. So close. And then we'll pull these guys away from the tower. All will be well. Yeah, and look at that. He's almost healed. It's pretty good. All right. Let's finish it. Right, we finished the tower. I'm going to let them kind of heal up. Actually, they don't have any archers. Oopsie daisy. All right, let's click on... no, well, let me click on them individually. There we go. Ooh, they got archers too. They got archers and they are not fun. Let's speed this up. Oh, okay. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's the camp that was shooting at them. Okay. And they got a few archers. Crap, we just got a man down. All right, we do have a healer's hut, so we can save him. Let's take out the few remaining men. All right, someone's going to come and get that gentleman. All right, let's try to target their archers. There's another archer there. And there's an archer in the back there. All right, we got all their... Oh, we got two more archers. Oof, another one down. Okay. Oh, we gotta do this quick because they will replenish. I think you have to get high enough. You have to get the height advantage. All right, we got one archer in the back. Boom, boom, boom. Got that archer. Got one last unit. Here we go. Last unit. Okay. This is going to be the hard part because they will be able to shoot back. I think as soon as we hit it, they can shoot me. Oh, nice. They can't. We found a spot, so we're just going to destroy this thing. It's just taking a little bit of time. But this is great. Now we can... we need more clay. I just realized these nice little fruit stands we're going to get up here soon. And they're great because you can just have a couple people on them. Boom. Okay. Got crossbows. Oh, is that a back tower? Oh my gosh. Another tower. God, a citizen just ran out there, tried to get the loot. They were supposed to make it so that the people wouldn't run out there anymore and do that. Okay, this is taking too long. And I do have money. So we're gonna... This is kind of silly, but I got to get this thing out of the picture very quickly. Or we're just gonna recruit some melee units as soon as I can. I'm gonna get... It's winter time, so I'm gonna give them a break. There's a lot of stuff to build up. But we just got to get that one tower. That's not bad. We actually probably don't even need to get it. It doesn't shoot till about here. We can start getting things in position. So, chicken coop over here. We're going to start losing citizens, though, here shortly. They're still pretty silly. Our chicken coop there. This gent here, we need 50 clay. Alright, we got a little bit of rock going on, which makes, honestly, no sense. Really janky roads. I'm just going to leave it because it's funny. Okay, so I forgot about this work camp. They need to be on purely stone. There's a ton of stone here. We'll get these walls up. Get everything terraformed. And we'll do a double-sided road outside the gates here. Fencing right here. Go. There we are. Okay, yeah, drought tolerance all the way up. Selective, I should have done that a while ago. 20% yields on beans and all that jazz. That's a good one. We'll get that going. We do have a little bit of bread production going, but we have no food. All right, so set grazing area. Perfect. Actually, these should probably just be on the same side. We could do this a lot easier. All right, so I got 7-Eleven up top. I don't think I have enough free people. All right, 4 soldiers. That should be enough to YOLO. I'm just gonna charge them straight at this thing and beat on it. Oof, this is getting dicey over here. All right, I'm always looking for a man to sell me a chicken. Ooh, this guy over here got pelts. Since we're printing our own currency, though, it's been really nice. Okay, he's got bricks. He's got clay. Here we go. We need 50. I'm gonna just buy 116. For bricks, we need quite a bit of them. Let's just buy out the whole wazoo. 2 grand worth. I know it seems silly right now, but I think in a while I'm going to be hurting. Let's upgrade the trade post. Oh, hopefully I don't run out of money before this is too late. Okay, let's just YOLO. It was kind of a mistake. That's all right. Okay. Now, your melee units, they can tank hits a little bit better. So they're a little bit better for tower beating like this. There we go. So yeah, 3 of them are all we really needed. Because I purchased shields back in the day. Okay. I know this is like a huge waste of money too, by the way. To summon and fire, but we're printing money. And right now I need to get that negative down. So fire them. Okay. So now we have this area. We got the clay. We got the bricks. We got the boards. Gosh, we don't have the boards. Okay. 2 families in board making. We're getting all the stone over here. This is completely done. This is great. All right, we're going to upgrade all the walls on the inner sector here. Protect those towers. Got a little disease going on. But, oh, that's right. They all, buckwheat, beans, and, oh, they all share. All share. Okay. That's okay. So what we need to do here, I think we're going to have a skip year on everybody now. We don't need the turnips. Okay. Yeah, we'll need a skip year on everybody. Or it's going to get too dicey. There we go. We're in good shape now. Beautiful. Now we have access to these nuts. That was what I really wanted. Just this one hazelnut bush. What a war. What a war. Nice. I got a boar spawn up there. Got another drought. Okay, work camp is doing fantastic. Hunters are doing their thing. I got the deers. We need some monies and we can start upgrading the hunting camps and getting traps. And traps are worth it. Just an FYI, it doesn't use 1 trap every time it does an animal. They have a durability much like armor does. They're like an item. Like 1 trap is reused and they can last years and years and years. I know some people shy away from traps. You should not. They are so freaking OP. Especially because it's not the meat they bring in, it's the pelts. And the reason you need pelts is for bookbinding. We're not going to get into that in this video. I mean, you can see my 1.0 builds. The game hasn't changed too much from my last complete build project I did. I have videos that are far more complete on every subject in the game. All I'm getting at is that hunting camps are essential for late game book production, especially in a place like this where you don't have a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, it's extremely essential for the arid highlands like this. And we actually want this area to be a little bit flatter, so they're not having to walk up and down. They should just be able to walk straight into the forester camp. But look at that, we got wood production off the rails. And we got some stonage over here. This is good. All right. So this is how we want to handle things. We want... Oh, this is actually kind of cool. So let's see if I can do it. I don't think I can do it, but... Oh, this looks so ugly. I'm trying to do a circle. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful freeform circle. It's definitely going to win some prizes in kindergarten. Yeah, it's, let's just not talk about this. Oh boy, now I got to delete every section. 11 people want to come here? I don't have any space. Like I said, I think the idea is not to do everything in the new system. It's to do the parts that matter. Like centering, for instance, the shrine and planting trees. That's something you could not do with those few tiles. That's the cool thing. I think the beautification aspect of it is definitely where it's at. I don't know if I would ever go away from grids just because, you know, they're highly efficient. And that's just, I like to play what attracts me most in a game is just getting really good results. And you can kind of marry certain ideas. It would actually be cool if we had a circle tool. So I think what we're going to do is delete this road. We're going to choose the grazing area here. Okay, yeah, this works. We'll just have the road come out to right here. Graze there. And then we're going to do a 50-50 plant. All right. So apples, apples. And then peaches. Now what this ensures is that we have fruit in all seasons. Also, it means you can get away with fewer workers because they don't have to harvest the whole field. They have two fields to harvest, 2 seasons. It's a really good split. You should always split your fields that way. And now we'll do some individual apples up here. Oopsie daisies. Okay, and now look at us. So what we're gonna do is, this is actually kind of cool, is we can trace out this area. And the reason we're walling this is the chickens. Also, it protects all the workers inside from the mean bears. Because the bears in this game are jerks. They don't even eat the people, man. They're just going around causing a ruckus. They're just like, they're kind of assholes. There we go. Okay, so now we got some fruit and we'll get some chickens. It'll be great. We got a little bit of tech. We should continue to invest. Jeez, 20% meat yields from hunter launch traps. For sure. For sure. Okay, now we have the big guy. More workers. We don't need it for a town this small, but if larger town, 3 or 4, like not even that large of a town, 400 or 500 people town, you definitely need those workers. Okay, we have one off season. That's the one bad thing about buckwheat is that's why you kind of want to go to rye. But we can't afford a negative 6% fertility loss every year because we can't recuperate it. We're not making enough compost, and compost is the single best way to raise fertility. But it would only go up by 2.4% because our environmental fertility factors. Such crap. So this is what we're stuck with. I'm just going to turn off fish. I don't know. I'm always worried about it trying to find fish. So I just usually turn it off. But yeah, we're making the meats. We are the Arby's of this land. Okay, let me upgrade you now. We're getting a little thin. Let's take a peek. 12 mining. Oh, 4 board makers. Yeah, that's got to stop right there. Put that down to 2. We're probably not going to trade too much boards. We could probably even cut down our forester camp to 2 people now. Oh, raiders are approaching. Cool. And we kind of need to get a tower. We got our walled-in tower over here with 4. Ooh, it doesn't have 4. We definitely want to put 4 in there. Come from the south. This is going to be the main thing that they attack. Now we're getting hit from the north. At least they're not beating up on all my fencing. Okay, we got to get the people in quick. Let's see how tough these guys are. Not very tough. Very squishy. Yeah, very squishy. There we go. You can see we're annihilating them. Not even a challenge. I don't even have stone up over here. That's why I'm gathering all the stones. We can turn this completely into stone. All right, we're just going to speed this up because it is not even a challenge. We've been getting really lucky, though, too. You can get much harder raids. So, very lucky. All right, so let's peek. All right, they have good stuff. They have 4,800 gold available. Ooh, we got some crossbows here. I'm just going to purchase. Oh, we don't have enough money. We'll buy 1. Okay. We need to focus on our economy a little bit better. All right, we're going to go boar farming. Make sure you bring 2 people when you do it. There we go. Got 2 hunters. We're about to hit a point where we have enough food for everybody, but holy cow. I might have to get another farm up. There we go. I think we can do it with what we got. I think we can also get away with 1 person. 1 person on this. 1 person on this when we get the chickens. And the chicken can eat parts of the hay. It's going to be kind of dicey. Might be smart to grow hay over here. Let's just start growing a little hay. Yeah. What's the heat? Cold? Yeah, it's good. Little hay over there will help us out. I'm trying to... So you're probably wondering, like, why don't I just expand? Like, if I were to build a couple houses, I could build some more farm fields and we'd be fine. I'm trying to see how easy it is to keep a colony small, make it survive. And you kind of need to double up your hunters to make them effective. There shouldn't be any rot. That's another thing that's bugging me. Okay, so over here, we're going to up our traps to 4. It's only 2 iron per trap. And let's see. A small carcass yields 12 meat and 1 pelt. That's honestly not that bad, considering it's just like a continuous thing. Let's see. Gold ore. I think we're okay. I'm going to boot our foundry down to 3. And the blacksmith forge down to 1 person. All right. We have, let's see. With 29 tools. So they buffed that. It used to be really hard to produce tools. So we're producing far more tools than we need to. Everybody's in a good equilibrium. We have actually enough armor that we don't need to produce it right now. Probably just buy it. Sometimes when you're doing small populations, it's just cheaper to buy and sell those things. Got a little bit of bread action right there. Cool. Okay, I think we're doing good. Once the fruit comes in, and if we can get the chickens are going to be huge for us here. But this is looking dandy. It's got a few more little posts to get up, and it's fully sealed in. Getting the healer's hut up was really wise. Far less disease. We got a bit of disease going on in some of these spots, though. Ooh. Wheat, carrots, and buckwheat. We're getting hurt. Okay, that was the problem. Oh, yeah, we're getting hurt bad. Some of these will go away naturally. This guy right here, he's not going to go away easy. So we're going to need to do that. This gent right here, yeah, we're not getting good enough. Oof. This is getting harder. And there's nothing left. I have all the resistance. It's been a long time since I've actually played on the Arid map. They definitely fixed the fact, like, disease chances were kind of messed up. Like, they weren't really working for the longest time. And now that they're working, it makes these setups a lot more difficult. You almost need to only have 1 plant per. This is actually not a bad area here, 30%. I wonder if I could move this. Okay, let's move this gold mine. Let's flatten this area. I think we need to rethink the way we farm. Just don't have a whole lot of spare people. All right, traders here. Not really much. Coal production kind of sucks right now. We got 32 gold. All right, we are definitely printing cash. Ooh, everything's on fire. This isn't good. This is all the compost yard can burn down, but please not the windmill. I still think I can turn this around if I get everything running correctly. Primarily just need those dang chickens. At this rate, I probably should have just gone with goats. I'm gonna buy some grain. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. We got a lot of pelts. They're not paying a good price. We're not gonna sell it. They're not paying a good price for shoes either. Let's get those in. Yeah, we're actually doing really decent. Let's go to the iron mine. Let's boot that down to 2 since we have excess. Over here. Okay, we got 2 there. We're going to delete this coal mine. Oh man. The disease is like, it's just ravaging us. Oh god, I didn't realize I had two bad events there. Yeah, the hunters are going to become more and more important. We need to start booting these up. See, he's bringing in a lot of meat. That's good. The chicken coop, though, is going to outperform a lot of this stuff. We may switch from hunters to chicken coops if we really want to survive. Yeah, he's not paying good prices. Oh, beggars can't be choosers sometimes, though. Oh, man. I'm going to sell these shoes. Pause the game real quick. Buy a little bit more grain. Okay. I think we're in good shape. We don't need too much production. Yeah, because you see that they nerfed hunters so much. I mean, they're working, but once you get the chicken coops going, holy cow. And to be honest, we could get a few of these. Let's modify the design here. Delete this. We're gonna get 2 chicken coops up. Fencing. There we go. Now we'll have 2 of them. I think it'll be better for us. I think 2 of them will give a we'll pull. Oh, good God. He's got whacked. Their deer spawns. All right, so when you get to a point where the wolves are hurting you more than they're helping, because this is a rich deer spawn. There's 4 deer down here. We're going to take the wolves out. Jesus Christ, fight back, dude. My God. He's just standing there taking it. What a jerk. Okay. All right. So yeah, traps all around. We're gonna pull back here. Okay. Same thing up here. Little upgrades. Got both hunters. Let's go get a boar. There we are. Nice. I like it when they run. That's when you know you're gonna get them. There we go. That'll give us a big chunk. Okay, we got 2 months worth of food. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the disease there. Sometimes you just have to cycle on and off. You just have to control it. Beans and peas. Even he's getting random diseases, which is silly. All right, we'll get some hay. Let's get the grazing area here. There we go. Yeah, 2 of them should be perfect. Yeah, honestly, my favorite's the 6x12. It takes 3 workers on it. Works every time, all the time. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to 3 per 72 versus 1. Let's put another worker on here to help out. We were getting away with it for a long time. Oh man, we're getting hit. All right, the wolves are zeroed out. The wolves actually came and declared war on us, it looks like. They came up here and attacked me. We got all the wolves. Let's get this den. It's costing too much production. There we go. No more wolves. Okay, they'll buy all my honey. Selling soap. Let's buy 4 of it. Didn't realize how much freaking tallow we had. That's gonna become an issue. I'm gonna throw a chunk of tallow in here. No one will ever buy it, but get it out of our inventory. That's another thing too, is I need to upgrade our inventories. I think I need to go back to heavier production on the Foundry. Let's do this at a 5-to-1 ratio of gold. Oh, nice. This guy's full. Oh, that's the problem. This guy's full. I'm such a jerk. Okay, we have to upgrade this. It's an emergency. And let's get another storage over here. We've been good off the 1 root cellar. We should for sure upgrade that too. It's a little brick, but I'm gonna throw all this money into the town. Oh, we can't upgrade it until we're tier 3. There we go. Okay, at least we got the stockyards. We definitely needed the money in the town anyway. All right, the work camp here is done. So now we'll move it up over here. Get that stone. Barrels are always welcome, but unnecessary for our stage. All right, we're gonna keep going. I think we're gonna up the gold mine now. We'll put that as a 6-to-1 ratio. This has already got one person in there working. Nice, villagers are graduating. Got cured. I'm honestly surprised not one person's tried to sell me a chicken. I get a temple up, man, but it's just too pricey right now. I mean, the relics are a big deal. I'm just slow burn playing. It's fun to kind of slow burn play. Just take your time. Okay, yeah, so over here, stone only. There's tons of stone for them to work on. Now we got a big immigration wave. 185 stone. 15 people. I'm gonna take them. And then this is awful. Because I have nowhere for them to go. And most of them are gonna die off. But I can use them to help me terraform. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get this down to 2 workers. And actually 1 worker. And start cleaning this up. We're gonna start terraforming downward. We got all this free labor. Oh, noes. The bears are back. This field will bring the deer over here, so that's good. Okay. Oh man. I may need to put some defensive towers out here. Actually what I need to do is seal. I need a fence in this area. Okay. Yeah, we need to terraform this. Seal it. There we go. The bear just came in here and just beat everybody up. I'm telling you, man, the bears in this game are jerks. Okay, we got you. All right, cool. We got the fence up there. I just need to get it flat here. Another drought. All right, I'm getting a little annoyed. I think we're going to build a goat barn here too. So let me delete this. I've seen goats several times, and goats are perfect for these high altitudes, but okay. Yeah, we're gonna get this area fenced in entirely. There's just a small little issue here. Interesting choice it made. Just fence it up. Here we go. We're getting this area cleaned up. Perfect. Okay, now we can fully get this area sealed. Bingo. No more bears attacking us, I think. All right, everything over there is cleaned. All right, let's think about this. The goats take a massive area. We might be able to get away with putting them on top of each other, but they get pretty pissy. Maybe if we only have parts of it. That's a good compromise right there. Yeah, that's not bad. That's just a little bit of overlap. We'll get some milk too. I'm not going to make cheese, but we're spread thin already. Okay, let's look at our knowledge. Yeah, 17 production, chicken, goat, barns. That's a good one. Glassmaking's not bad. I feel like we're just spread too thin. All right, let's go in. Let's unlock fortifications and stuff. 20%. This is a good one. Yeah, 20% health for all buildings. That just helps when we get raided. Let's get our defenses beefed. All right, we're at 2-1. Let's get 65 here. Okay. We're gonna get parts of the wall upgraded. I've been working at this. That's been the goal. Let's get this all pretty. Oh, we have 87 folk. That's crazy. Most of them won't make it through the winter though. And nobody in here. Okay. Oh boy. They're losing their curb appeal here. Pause it real quick. Small park placed properly. Large park. Okay. We're going to small park it right here. Help with the desirability issues. And I'm going to start using plaza for these doorways. Kind of like give everybody their own little pathing, right? Except for this guy's got a well in front of it. He's just going to have to deal with it. Let's do plaza there. Some of these guys are going to have a little bit more plaza than others. These guys back here are good the way they are, I think. Okay. I'm going to put benches here. Garden trail here and here. Some shrubberies over here. Yeah, get that side prettied up. All right, trade post time. He's got de nada. And we're getting the stones up. That's good. Getting this area over here up. We're running out of stone pretty fast. Let's put 4 people over here on the stone. Start preemptively loading up things like shoes. We can actually sell heavy tools, and you can make a pretty penny doing that. I'm gonna put 3 and have them build up some more. We're kind of running low on coal, actually. Let's put 1 more person in there. Oof, so many weeds. We actually need more weed cutting. We got 488 wood. That's quite a bit. Second trader. Nice. They're buying straight pelts at a good price. That was a good chunk of cash. 61 gold ore. What is going on over here? We need to pump this up to 6. Okay. I'm going to have to put 1 house. It's going to be a really ugly house. Do I have any room in here for a house? Okay. This goes with the vibe, right? Farmhouses. Farmhouses. We need houses. The people here, there just are not enough workers. I'm gonna bump it up just a tad bit. I have a road. It'll all be great. Here we go. Yeah, some farmhouses. And we'll do some shrubs in between. We got some stone right here we can get. We have a bunch of excess people. I'm just gonna have them go get the closer. Oh yeah, they can go get all that stone. Let's make sure all of our hunter camps that have been upgraded are at max. Perfect. Got 2 months worth of food. Okay, so now we have enough space. These will upgrade. This will give us enough. We need a little bit more workers, as you can see, if we're gonna feed everybody. I'm trying to justify the houses though. I think farmhouses look good. All right, we got back gate here. A little bit of drought action going on. Not bad. Now these guys. Ooh. Let's move. He's like so close. All right, we're gonna move him on the other side so he gets hit by the market. Do this road. All right, that looks a little bit more reasonable. He'll also get the benefit from these decorations. It'd be much better. Okay, and then we're gonna do a line of maples right here. Same thing kind of down in here. It's just like periodic trees. Oh, this guy's not happy. Let's do a small garden and some shrubs. Yeah, periodic maples, I think, look really decent in design. There we go. Get some trees in here. You can see it's already starting to look better with the trees. It always does. The tree line really helps the housing area too, I think. Kind of feel more appropriate. Get this area filled with trees. I'm gonna just start, quite honestly, planting trees in lots of locations. It's a little pricey. This is more of a decoration. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna fill in nice. It helps it from looking like an orc camp, you know what I mean? It's just like all barren. Actually, holy fuck. No tree there. Yeah, that's good. There we go. It's gonna look much nicer down there. I'm gonna put a well down here. So if they need to drink or they need to put out a fire. Also because these houses need well access. Alright, we're gonna place tactical trees around this. Gonna spruce it up. A couple trees here and there. It just makes it look nice. Okay, so now we have 13 people building. Getting all these trees out. And then they'll go back to cutting and breaking stone. Not sure if we'll get the goats. I'd like to get everything to an equilibrium before I finish off the build. So we're going to keep trekking along in that direction. I'm feeling pretty good about some of the choices we made. Let's get a standing army of at least 2 archers up there. Just another defensive fortification they have to bust through to get through into the town. So let me see. We got a bit more stone. Let's position this better. We get all the stone in this area. That's going to work out well, I believe. And this is starting to get pretty-ish. We're going to need a few more decorations. Gotta be careful not to select the trees. We do have what looks like a gap right there. I'm just gonna finish this whole area out. That's looking good. Now you have the in-between zones back here. Just gotta be careful not to. If you see it, if you see the tree highlighted, that's your cue that you're selecting it. Yeah, why not? Some shrubs. Shrubs are my go-to. And we got the back area. Right here is kind of like, I don't know, it's more like a road area than anything. So we'll just have a road right there. But we have a nice little park. And people can walk from their houses. So this is perfect. All right, we got ourselves a new trader. Oh, he's got chickens. They're kind of pricey. I can buy a handful. I can buy 6. Okay, we need... Oh, we have an army attacking us too. Okay, we're gonna sell these shoes. And we're gonna buy chickens. This is some ghetto trade going on. I'll sell you 20 sneakers for 14 of your finest chickens, sir. So, some backwater parts. Okay. Alright, I'm feeling good about this. So he's got 16. I'm gonna split the chickens between the 2 camps. They can breed. Nice. Oh. We're getting hit. So, with that in mind, let's recruit 2 more archers. They're probably gonna get murked on their way to the barracks. I'm gonna speed this up. I still feel like I have good odds here. We got 12. It says 12 raiders. That's about correct, actually. Is pretty weak. They're probably going to smash my fences up because they love doing that. Oh, we can ring the bell finally. All right, we're ringing that bell. I'm going to transfer some pelts, buy more chickens. If I possibly can. We have 70 days. Yeah, we're doing great. 2 buildings destroyed. All right, we'll do repair. Ooh, please don't destroy that. They're going to try to steal some of the stuff out of there. Okay, our archers are slightly participating. They missed both shots. Oh boy. Yeah, these guys aren't too great. Okay. They're gonna beat on all my stuff, and that's not nice. I'm gonna speed it up. Okay, yeah, so they stole a good chunk of cash, a good chunk of iron, and they're bugging off. So, we got pillaged. Yeah, I need to get my archers up. That's okay. These things happen. Some days you are the pillagee, some days you are the pillager. That is the way of life here. Okay, let's get that chicken money. That's the most important thing. Got 1 wall that didn't upgrade? Weird. I am tempted to move this stuff over, but yeah, that won't work too well. And I'm also tempted now to kind of bring these things together. So let's see. Fortified wall, the gatehouse, get ourselves a little tower. We need something we can rally our soldiers around that can provide firepower for them to retreat or to take aggro. So I'm just going to put 1 tower over here. Okay. We got that pelt money now. I'm going to buy more chickens. Yeah, 5 chickens. So down here, this gentleman, we have shields, armor, clubs. He really has nothing for me. Okay, so now we have 12 here and 9 here. And I think 1 is enough to maintain. Yeah, 239 fruit produced off 1 gent last year. All right, we're on the up and up. And we got rid of all the bad stuff. So what we need to do here now is grow beans and raise fertility. This is all this place is going to do right here. It's just going to be 1 worker, maybe 2. Yeah, 2 workers. Let's check out. Oof, we're getting low. 86 out of 89. Do we have kids? We have 7 children, 2 infants. Okay, that's the issue. We got crop. Oh, I put the beans in the wrong spot. We had a little bit of crop loss. We'll need to fix that. We got hay for the chickens. Ooh, there he is. Look at him go. So yeah, you have the chickens, and we got peaches. We got apples. That's bringing in a lot of food, mind you, along with the traps over here. Oh, we should definitely get all these guys going. Okay. So last year he brought in 168 and a good chunk of pelts. Last year he brought in 306. He brought in 288. So this gentleman right here is doing a rather poor job. A very poor job. So we're going to put his circle in. Oh, they destroyed my gate. Okay. And the best button in the world now. Repair all button. Thank you. All right, we got the... Yeah, the lookout tower with 2 gents. That's going to... You just need a lot of people in this game. So that's about the best I can do for them. Okay, they're selling cows. Ooh, goats at 256. We need a breeding pair. All right, let's okay. If I were a goat. No. Let's just buy some goats. If I were a goat, what would I do? I don't know. It's a pretty easy life. Just kind of sit there in a field and eat all day. It's the American dream right there, to be a goat. All right, we're pulling the money in. Sell a little candle. A little candle action never hurt anybody. I'm going to keep some for us. I mean, the real money in this game comes at tier 4, so we're already playing with a pretty sizable handicap. Let's get one individual in for the goat. All right, the money is being transferred. Ugh, they took my heavy tools. We're at a coal. All right. Everything's breaking down. Don't mind me. I'm a simple man. I have simple dreams. All right. 2 goats. Beautiful goats. There we go. We got it rolling. That's going to bring in some meat. Smokers all the way across town. That's probably fine. All right. We have some upgrade potential. We have no flour. We are diseases. It's a beautiful medieval day. Disease. Starvation. We'll get there. I just want to leave. I want to get us to a point where we have 6 months worth of food. And we've built up the basic agriculture. Okay. So this gent also can lay traps. Perfect. All right. We're in a better spot now. Deer spawn here. Deer spawn there. Got traps set about. Someone got murked over here. All right. And the trees are looking pretty. We need a few more. Now that we have our area, I feel confident in this design. Okay, I think we need to destroy this fence. There we go. Now all the fences join up. Let's get this area cleaned up. It was looking pretty bad there for a second. Oh no. Our soldiers have quit. We ran out of monies. I got greedy with the goats. It's the story of my life right there. It's okay. We'll get them back. It was worth it. I'd do it again. All right, so we have 471 grain. The windmill has no heavy tools because we were bamboozled. The blacksmith's gonna need an extra worker. We're gonna need to set this to a 3-to-1 ratio. Well, do we? We have 231 ore. We have 172 iron. Okay, so we're all right. Let's go back to that 5-to-1. We need, or 6-to-1. We need the gold more. 7-to-1. We need gold more than anything. We got an extra knowledge point. Let's see what we can do over here. 10% work to produce gold and iron. It's a no-brainer for us right now. That's our entire economy. We could upgrade and start making our own crossbows. That would be advisable. Anyway, the town's coming along. Soon we'll have that. Once you get full chickens, you get the meat from the slaughtered chicken. Also the compost. The compost helps the fields. And we get the meat and we get the eggs. It's going to be beautiful. We should technically have at least 2 people, but I'm going to try to get away with less. But we're not going to get any meat until we get a full population. So we got 12 out of 24, 9 out of 24. It's going to take a couple, maybe 1 year, I think we can get there. That's another good thing about the chickens. They go pretty quick. We got the predator attacking outside. Oh my god. This bear is going to be the death of this entire village. I wish I could find the bear spawn and remove that. Okay. We have no standing army. We have a bear who is terrorizing the village. What a glorious day. Dude, he just took out my wagons. Yeah, he took out my wagon hard. There we go. The hunter's going at it. So we can shoot from back here. Oh, he's foraging my animal traps. Oh, the animal traps are potentially attracting the bears. Oh my. They will recover. We lost some good people though. And we don't have too many people left. Okay. I'm gonna disable all of our guard lookout towers so we can just cycle through. All right. We need to bring that money down. Here are the soldiers. Get everything back the way it should be. All right. We got 4 people out here doing the stone. So that's the last goal, is to get these guys all full up, get the stone going, get the crops going. Got a little bit of disease over here, but it will go away. Yeah, it will all go away. All right. I think things are finally going my way. I'm feeling stronger. We're a little malnourished, but we do have meat coming in. We do have some milk coming in from the goat. It gives us another food source. We're currently very broke. Got 2 wagons going. All right. So they're bringing in the stone. We got 64 stone. Yeah, definitely walling in your little areas is wise, like I said. Let's do that over here as well. And with just like the 1 worker, we have so much wood coming in. Okay. So we're going to get this area walled in. It just gives them little protective areas. And let's get a gate right outside their door. That way they can just walk out. You could even argue, to a certain extent, it's a wise thing to do around here. Gives them a retreat point. Whether or not they'll take that retreat point is a totally different question. Let's give them easy access points off of this. There we go. Now they can move all about. Oh my god. And yeah, maybe a little bit of light terraforming wouldn't hurt. We'll have to figure out this mess somehow. Let's see what the merchant has for us. Okay, he's buying my shoes at 17. It's a price that we like. Other than that, he has horses. Nothing I fully desire, but it does look like we're gonna have a lot of pelts for sale. This is kind of cool. It's like this, that's what I'm saying. It's a small mountain town. We got gold. We got, game. We got pelts. It's like a little trapper town. All right, let's get this smooth. Oh, that's much better. All right, we'll get the defensive perimeter around our forester. Yeah, but just 2 people. Okay, we got 2 people in here. 6-to-1 ratio. Like I said, once you plant every spot, it becomes a 1-to-1 ratio regardless, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we definitely have plenty of wood. Got a slow trickle of boards coming in, which is perfect. We have 8 people that can work. All right. Last year we brought in 343 fruits with just 1 worker. 1 man and a goat over here. I mean, they're going to eat a lot. I wish you could disallow. Oh, we can copy build settings. That's cool. But yeah, I wish we could disallow certain things. Okay, so 3 births per year. We are getting eggs. That's awesome. That's a lot of eggs too. It's a lot of food. 100 and something odd eggs for 1 worker over there. And we're just feeding it, for the most part, we're feeding it a bunch of hay. But it is eating some grains, and I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. That must have been what it had. Oh, unhappy villagers leaving. Well, that don't make no sense. Everyone loves me. It's the whole lack of food thing. Okay. It's really hard to get grain out here in the low fertility areas. All right, merchant's here. He's buying pelts at 7. Not bad. We're going to hold off on selling pelts for a bit. We got some clay. We got some bricks. We got some flour. He wants too much. Sometimes it's why if you can buy flour cheap, it's good. It's a good deal. There's really nothing here for us. Second trader. He's buying my honey. 260. He's got herbs. Let's buy a handful of herbs to keep ourselves healthy. He's got really cheap crossbows. That's a deal. Let's buy 8 of those. Villager has died. We could make our own baskets. I'm happy just to continue to purchase them, to be honest. Trying to keep unnecessary jobs down. Ooh, we got an influx of people. Thank you. There's always someone who wants to come here. Okay. Even though we have no food. All right, we got a big thing of beans coming in this year. Once these coops, these are going to be the saving grace of the town right here. Once we get these chicken coops maxed out, we're going to be so good. No more starvation. That's the rule for year 11 people. Year 27. That's what we've been here for a bit. Housing shortage. All right, we're one person over. That's perfect. You guys can come get these berries anytime you want. Just haven't had enough laborers. Okay, let's make sure they don't have too many jobs. Yeah, they got too many jobs, so I'm gonna get rid of this the stone gathering. Have them focus on the berries. All right, we got a little bit of disease action, but I think we'll get rid of it with the 1 year gap. There we go. This is looking a little bit smoother out here. Did I mess it up somewhere? They're just really taking their time building this out. How many builders do I have? 6. All right, we got more people. Let's boot this to 10, get all our building projects done quickly. Okay, I think what we're going to do over here is do turnips, clovers, clean. We'll just... I really hate to lose that much fertility, but we're kind of hurting. And this is just going to be beans. They're just going to grow beans once every 3 years, and that's not true. Let's go old school on this guy. Turnips, clovers, work. Yeah, just like that. And get some turnips. Oh, we'll lose a little bit of fertility, but it'll be some food. And no buckwheat on it. And let's upgrade this well over here. Let's upgrade both wells. We have the money pouring in now. Everything's back up operational. And it looks like we're running low on coal. Let's get 6 in the coal mine. We got the gold mine going max. We got the foundry going max. Okay, made 800 gold last year. We're sitting pretty. I don't like the way that this road kind of snaps down. Let's do it like this. There we go. I'm gonna get the road going all the way down here. There we are. Make it a little cleaner. Yay, drought. Just when we were finally getting ahead. There's a lot of the drought chance is so high in the Arid Highlands. I forgot about that actually, because I remember reading the patch notes and they mentioned that they increased the, you know, it makes sense. It's the Arid Highlands. It's the hardest map in the game. All right, look at that. 6 and 5. So a lot of it's coming from fruit, good chunk from bread, good chunk from meat. I think we're on the up and up. I think we're making it now. And we're gonna just slowly upgrade these stone walls. Check out these gents over here. They're doing a good job. Gonna move them over into this area. And the trappers are definitely helping us out here. Look at all the pelts we're getting. 19 pelts, 21 pelts. This is where that money comes in. It's very much worth the cost. Because he's doing a terrible job hunting. All right. Forester's pulling his weight over here. I think we're finally stabilizing. Every year gets easier because your fertility, see we're at 54, 57. It just takes forever at these low environmental fertility factor. It just takes forever. Sometimes it's wise just to get a field up with clovers on it and just, like, even if you don't have any plans, like typically what I'll do is get all my farm fields up and just put clovers on them. So like in 10, 20 years, their environmental fertility factors, awesome. You know what I mean? So this is 56 fertility over here. We're just doing hay and peas and it's working out for us. But we're full. It's mainly the gold. So we got to pull the gold to the trade post. There we go. Get these walls up. All right, we got 12 out of 24. We got 16 out of 24 here. 165 eggs, 30 eggs, but we'll have to get some time. And yeah, see, he's using the hay. They must have run out of hay and he's eating my grain. I don't appreciate that. I was going to eat that grain. 1% fertility, eh? You know what? Let's double down on the hay. Let's do this. And now that we're in a good spot, we'll do this. This is an awesome setup right here. Heat tolerance is pretty high. I'm going to put him here. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be high impact right there. Our gen over here, you know what? He's also going to grow some hay. This is a good setup. This should produce more than enough food so they stop eating our bread. Our bread foods. We need that wheat. All right. We could upgrade the stockyard, but I don't really see a point to it there. This guy's just getting crazy full. I'm trying to figure out why he's getting so full. Is it the iron? Okay. And there's not enough room anywhere in the castle area. Okay. We're going to do something I don't like to do too often. I'm going to place a storage depot right here. It's going to be... The raiders are going to come for it. That's okay. All right, 90 out of 90 population. -3 birth rate per year. Don't make no sense. I think I'm going to have to pop these guys up to two folk. You see the birth rate went negative. We didn't have enough people to take care of them, so that was my bad. This does become a problem. We'll put 2 in here as well. So just gotta read. Gotta make sure we're doing the right thing. We're at 368 fruit. Potentially we could get more out of this if I place 2 workers, but I think 1 is doing the job. So we got... That is a big goat. Got goats and chickens in here. That's perfect. We got a bunch of stone coming in. We got 81 stone. All right, let's get the bottom down here for 55 upgraded. Almost got our whole little town encased. Now we're gonna disallow gold from being... Okay, gold can actually be stored in the small guys. That's a huge advantage. No food, of course. And I always forget this. Now, I haven't been playing for a long time. Make sure you disallow meat in the market square. If meat is in the market square, it cannot be brought to the smokehouse. And sometimes it'll just sit there and spoil. Yeah, we got... Look at this. We got herbs. Got beans. We got candles. And let's get 2 people in the market square. This is not a lot of houses. 2 people should be sufficient to keep it so that people don't have to go back to restock. There we go. All right, so now we're at 4.
Yes.
4 and 4 births per year. This is going to fill up real fast. And the goats are at 1 birth per year. We're at population 2 of 10. Okay. It's kind of silly. We should probably buy another goat if we can. And we're full up here. I don't have too much for trade. We have 47 gold. Why are they so slow? Travel time. Working, transferring, idle. That don't make no sense. Putting out a fire. Okay, yeah. They're busy bees. All right, the well's all the way over there. And we do have 591 gold. I mean, they are stacking the cash as fast as they can. Let's throw back into the trade post. My poor chickens got a scare there. All right, we're running out of stone over here. I'm gonna move them back. A lot of stone back here. Let's do that. This would have been a nice spot, but we got banditos. All right, how many people do we have sitting around? Quite a bit. We have 6 months worth of food, spoiling in 4 months. All right, so now I'm gonna... Oh, this would actually be the best spot for them to come. I'll just do this part. Ooh, this is where I should put them. I think it's too late. Actually, it's not. You want to be really careful that you don't cancel it after it's halfway moved, or otherwise it destroys the building. But yeah, here we go. Right here. That's where you move it. Perfecto. Okay, let's make sure it's not a coal issue still holding us back. Let's go into our supplies. We got 23 coal, so we're okay. Now we got a little bit of wax. We could probably produce more candles, but I think I'm okay. All right, let's trade some of these pelts. They're gonna start accumulating crazily. So he's got cheap clay, candles. He's got cheap bricks. Nothing really that I need. All right, we're gonna sell the pelts at 6. That's a good price. I got the 3rd trader here. He is selling heavy tools, barrels. Let's load up on barrels. This is a good one. 23 for 851. We have 3 heavy tools for sale. He's got fish for sale, but I don't need it. Yeah, not bad. I'm gonna leave it there. We got 1 more education point. Let's see. Yeah, 15% health for towers, gates. That's a good one. Make what we got just a bit stronger. Oh man, we're pulling in the cash pretty darn quick now. I gotta make sure that putting it in here. We got the upgraded wells. We're out of grain. Already got stem rot. Yeah, and then I know that the closer the fields are, the diseases can spread between the fields, and they could have. Yeah, spread chance 14% within 200 meters. Man, yeah, they're making it harder. I feel pretty good though. I think the disease is dying down. Oh, okay, here come the raids. So we got 44 gold. Let's turn all these towers on. Go. It looks like they're gathering. I don't like it when they gather because it typically means they have a siege equipment. Gonna get hit 2 sides. At 144. Let's recruit 2 archers. They're just, yeah, they're kind of chilling. We're getting hit by 16. There's not too many. Okay, thankfully they were just chilling. Oh, those are the, yeah, that's the camp over there. This is a pretty small wave. Okay, we're good. Let's speed this up. And I hope they don't beat on my walls too much. Ring that bell. Get them going. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these guys are no armor. Got the 2 towers down here. You can see that the stone is just amazing. They're barely even touching it. It's still at 1500 HP. We're going to speed this up a bit, and we're going to clean right through them. Perfect. We got some spoilage on them beans. I don't like that. But I can't upgrade this unless I have a tier 3. So there's still some tech lock. I'm hoping they get rid of tier tech lock entirely. I'm sure there's probably a mod. Little 600 stone up there. All right, we're at 171. Okay. Gotta be careful here. Let's upgrade all of this. All right. That's the end of upgrades right there. It should be. For chickens, we're 22 out of 24. Look at that. 207 eggs. Okay. So you can see food is really starting to stabilize with them eggs. It's really helping out. And we still have the predator out there just ripping us all up. They didn't get back in time. So yeah, we have a little bit of protection from the bear. We're gonna send out bear patrol. It's just two lowly archers are gonna come take out this bear. This is one reason to have your barracks. Barracks. There you go. Yeah, it's for bears. Oh geez Louise. This guy's a little tough. There we go. We got him. Let's do bear patrol. So I'm just gonna roams about looking for bears. Occasionally it's good to, you know, patrol your lands. It would actually be cool if we could set up patrol parties. That would be the ideal way to handle some of this. Oh, is that a boar? Yes, sir. It's a boar. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Get all these people back in the barracks. One more piece to upgrade. I'm just making sure. Yeah, because there's always a couple things that you miss, even with the tools sometimes. So get in real close. Check it out. All right, cool. Yeah, so here we go. Here's the village. And we got ourselves a nice little area. So let's take a peek in the cinematic mode at what this all looks like. It's looking sharp. Yeah, this is nice. I think we're finally almost there. Yeah, this is a pretty solid setup. We got 2 people. I think I can go down to 1 on the forester camp. That gives me 6. I think we have a lot of kids because we had a bunch. What happens is you have die-off events. Oh, we don't. We only have 3. Oh, you have die-off events like we had. And the towers are back on. And we have some archers. Sell a bunch of candles. What do they got? They got tech. Buying technology seems to be the way to go with the trade town like setup like this. We're doing really well. I mean, tools are keeping up. Everything's keeping up. Let's see, board production, 2 people. That's pretty decent. Wow, this is already full. Oh, yeah. Definitely should not have hay coming in here. Oh, the granary doesn't store hay. It's this. Okay. Okay. So that's what you want. I was under the impression the granary would store the hay. Well, la-dee-da. Well, you know what that means is they're going to go for the closest source. So what that would mean is you'd want to... That's cool. I always like it when I learn something new. I'm going to cut down some of the trees over here. But we're going to place a storage depot over here. This one can never store hay. This is for like all the other random tools and pelts and things like that. The guy over there, though, that's all he's going to do is store hay. All right, we could buy more chickens. I'm always apt to buy more chickens, but I think we're good. We have 8 months worth of food. First time in ever. 1 birth rate per year, 5 birth rate per year at 24 to 24. So we got a little bit of meat. So now we're going to have the meat. So this is when I actually start to think about spoilage. When you and yeah, the new farm management tool is pretty cool. This is pretty helpful. And technology trees also helpful, but policies, fertility reduction, we don't want that. Production speed, but people get really sad. That one's a nice one. Villagers consume 50% less food, but they're really unhappy. That's a nice one too. I probably should have used that, but I didn't. Lookout Tower's gonna add 1 more person, but their upkeep is increased by 100%. Hate that one. Hate it. Hate it so much. Rather just build another lookout tower. Okay, so our disease risks right now are smallpox, typhoid. They're actually happy. They just wish they had a little bit more. It's not gonna happen. Not on my watch. Okay, yeah, so gold ingots, we're having a hard time storing those. We're gonna have to throw that into the trade post. Oh wow, we can see everything. All right, more to the trade post. 16 people want to come here. Absolutely not. I have nowhere to put you. This is great. Look how many freaking chickens we got. It's amazing. That's what this game's all about. Chickens and goats. We got some. He brought in 367. Yeah, even with the little bit of overlap, they're doing okay. We're not getting that birth rate per year, so I need to buy another goat. Oh, good lord. The houses are on fire. 280 bread last year. I mean, they're doing pretty decent. All right, 8 months of food. We finally hit equilibrium. Okay, so we have the storage over here now. I said no food storage here, sir. But that does make me think. Let's get raw material storage here. And only for hay. And let's get a root cellar for the eggs and everything. That way they don't have to walk as far, and meat. And this gentleman over here can just come up and pick that. Yeah. Yeah, because we got, look at that. Look at all that smoked meat. Anyway, sorry, I got way off track. Let's look at spoilage. So protein spoilage. We have no spoilage. This tells me I don't need another smoker. But our spoilage is so freaking low. So you can see our production is finally popping above consumption. It's been kind of hit or miss. Spoilage really ramped up. It is going down. Stolen a little bit. Wildlife. Ooh, they added wildlife. That's really cool. Wildlife is awesome. I don't remember that. So, wow. Yeah, grand total. Everything's looking good. Our population, you know, it's had some issues, but we're coming along. Beautiful. And then you can see all the trees. This is where the game really shines. This is what it's all about. Yeah, so we got our areas out. Okay. Got the predator attacking out here. Oh, yeah, he's taking out my hunters. Bears are, like, honestly the worst, man. Like, you almost just need, like, a great wall just to keep the bears away from you. All right. Send out the bear patrol. What's the name of this legion? Crimson Company is now the bear police. We police the bears. All right. The bear police will be here shortly to investigate all the bear-related crimes. Okay, there he is. There's the perp. He's resisting. He's resisting. He's running away. All right, we got him. We got him. Another day for justice. Bear justice. All right, return to the barracks. It's like they really are just glorified bear police at this point. We got some nice ratings around this area, though. Plus 17, plus 10. Looking good. Oh, yeah, the money's coming in. I'm feeling it. 10 months with the food. We did it. Okay, so I did it. I got the colony to a self-sustained point. Expansion at this point is just building off of it. Other than that, though, I mean, I had fun with this. This is where I wanted to take the build. So I got everything I wanted out of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons and members, everyone who supports. If you watched the whole video, you should think about subscribing because I make a lot of movie content, full builds on a lot of city builders. Have a good rest of your day.